Hello, everybody.
Curious how much of that conversation was on stream.
None of that was picked up. It was just the silence. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten. If you don't believe me, you can go back and watch the VOD. Welcome back to Tales from the Forgotten Troop. It's been a couple weeks. Hope everyone who was celebrating the holidays had a good one, ate some good food, all that fun stuff. Or if you didn't, hopefully you just had like a good nap. Something.
And still good food.
And still good food. All the good food.
Good nap,
I
good
dreamed
food,
about good food. Does
and
that count?
or taking advantage of good Black Friday sales.
Also that.
Yes.
I didn't take advantage of no Black Friday sales, but I did have good food because I cooked. So
Good to know.
There we go.
Now I know where I'm going for next Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
we're all
mean,
going to Kyle's
okay.
house.
Yes.
We must
Fine.
descend.
The big.
you all are invited to my Friendsgiving, but that means you do have to bring one dish.
Oh, all
I'll bring
mashed
right, never mind.
potatoes.
I'm out.
You
Precious
just
agrees.
my brother bought like cakes and cookies from Walmart and brought them. Like I'm not very big on what it has to be. Like it could be anything.
I call dibs on the mashed potatoes. I've got a family recipe that's gonna knock your socks off.
I'll do what I did
Man,
this year.
I just put a whole stick of
and-
butter in.
I'll do what I did this year and just make a charcuterie board.
I mean, that's
and
fair.
I'll bring the wine.
Valid.
It was actually this year that I actually heard people actually had charcuterie boards for like they did charcuterie boards for Thanksgivings. I've never had that happen at any Thanksgiving I've been at. So it's just like it's just so weird to me to like have a plate of meat and cheese. I'm like, I mean, it makes sense, I guess, for snacks, but like
I've not
I've really
had one.
taken off recently.
I've not had one before either, but that was just our whole meal.
I mean,
Jen
that's
and I
a
hung out and
fair-
had a charcuterie board and wine.
yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
That is perfectly fair, and I support this completely.
It was delicious. But we should probably get started.
Yeah.
A few announcements
Just a little bit.
before we jump into things. If you are enjoying the show, we have a Beacons page with all of our affiliate links, so you can buy some stuff for yourself and show us a little love. We have a coffee if you want to make a direct donation, or a Redbubble where you can get some fun merch.
Including shaken milk.
Yes, shaken milk is available. I need to get either a hoodie or a hat. I'm
It's
still
a comfy
undecided.
shirt as someone who does own it. It's nice.
You can also follow us on social media for updates about the show, but we do recommend joining our Discord because that is where you can get the most interaction and like scheduled updates and notifications of when we go live and all of that fun stuff, especially since Twitter is crashing and burning as it has been for the past several months. As a part of this show, we are also raising money for the Trevor Project, so you can use that QR code up there and get to our donation page, or I have a handy dandy link here that you can click. We have many rewards, so you can affect the game, and this is like one of your last chances to do it, so
Don't say that.
take advantage of it. Last chances for this show, anyway.
Well,
If we don't meet our donation goal, then we'll just keep on chugging.
Keep pushing it off.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Turn our sweet Russian boy into a werewolf.
if you donate $300
$300 turn Russian boy
can
into
possibly be a werewolf.
Oh. Okay, but like, if I spend $300, could Flynn be a superhero?
We're just gonna convert this game into math. These characters will just come back.
I'll just port to a different system.
Yep.
I don't feel like it counts if you're donating for yourself, though. I'm gonna donate $300.
Yeah, I'll
so
donate
that
for
I can
Flynn, you
access
donate
that
for
power.
Dom.
Yeah, I was about to say mutually donate.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you do.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'll help Janet out.
sure, that'll work. Yeah, but we can
Janet needs win.
go around and have everyone introduce themselves and who you're playing. I think today we can start with yes.
Do you have a question or?
Not typically. I don't think we've ever done an icebreaker for this.
That's just for masks.
I could pull one up if we want
No,
one today.
No, we're good.
Spend another 20 minutes talking.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm Tess. I play Elizabeth, the popular girl who has never been in the library before, much to the chagrin of her entire party, and really doesn't like that someone else is stealing the town's secrets.
Sure. Someone else who also doesn't like the aspect of secrets getting spilled. Crow, ask Janet.
Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow, and I will once again be playing Janet, the rocker, who has just been having a hell of a couple days, and is gonna be trying to go to this house and just be like, everything's fine. I'm cool. I'm fine. It's fine.
Someone
That's fine.
else
I'm not
who's
worried.
also been trying to pretend that things are fine. Colin.
I'm Colin, and in lieu of an icebreaker, my favorite pie is blueberry.
Blueberry is very good.
Right?
I love
play-
blueberry cheesecake.
Oh, that's good. I play Dominic,
fair.
who is the Russian weird kid who is beloved and has ungodly amounts of riz as of last episode. Also, his mom's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta tack that on.
You gotta.
These aspects are not related.
It's the trauma riz. That's what it is when we call it.
Someone else whose character, or maybe not you, but your character for sure is beloved. No, we
Is what?
we beloved That's
Oh,
so
got it.
weird.
Understood.
We beloved you as well, Darren.
Hi. Good way to pull that back. Your character's beloved. You, on the other hand. Hey everyone, I'm Darren. I'm playing Parker Svensson, beloved character, and he's just along for the ride. Let's go to whatever's happening here. Got to start choosing who I want as my human shields. Who am I okay with losing? Yeah, it'll be fine.
Wow. Okay.
Someone's
I got a
here.
plan.
Sure.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
Well, it's a tough decision. That's what I'm saying. You know,
I'd hope
Mhm.
so.
like he knows that a human shield will be involved, but he doesn't want anyone, so he's got to choose.
And what percentage of serial killer are you?
Just a little bit.
And
a touch.
someone who would probably make
read a lot of true crime,
mechanical
sorry.
shields for the humans. Kyle.
It's me, Technomancer Kyle, and I'm playing Flynn. Words are hard and everything is difficult. Yeah, Flynn likes to build stuff. I like to build stuff. It's all good. It's all great.
Noise.
I think we can all agree that words are hard and stuff is tough.
Stuff is tough.
Stuff is tough.
That's
Yeah.
my motto for life.
True.
Do be tough.
So,
Stuff is tough to do.
Previously, on our last episode, I have a recap. It might not be as detailed as we need it to be, considering it's been a couple weeks, but
It'll be
we'll
fine.
figure it out as we go, like everything else here. So previously, our group of kids met at the diner to discuss what they'd found, but Flynn was a little insistent that they should be having this conversation in a private location rather than somewhere where they might run the risk of being overheard, which is, kind of pretty smart. It's a mistake that many people make in the movies, and we don't want to wind
Probably
up as an
would've been
after-school
fine.
special.
Hide in plain sight or whatever.
I don't know how well that does with talking about secrets, especially with the recent goings-on in the town.
Mhm.
Being
True.
overheard by little machines.
Fine.
So once they returned to the hideout, Darren, Liz, and Dom gave a recap of everything that happened at Mr. Miller's house, which was a lot of information. Thankfully, no fights though. They haven't gotten into any new trouble yet. And Flynn did take a look at the blueprints that they collected and found that the android design that was part of them was meant for assimilating into society as spy technology and covertly gathering information while appearing realistic. And that the little clockwork pets that had been seen around town were designed as more discreet forms of spying on the general populace. The group then took some time to discuss everything that has happened over the past few days and be transparent about their feelings and their boundaries and just have a nice little emotional group hug. What we'll go with.
Yeah.
This emotional group hug. So, let me put on
Oh, okay.
more appropriate music.
I was getting into it.
Go back to it. We could just jam the rest of the night.
Full stream, just jam.
Yeah. Are there any scenes that anyone would like to have before heading off to this mysterious cabin in the woods?
Yeah, I want to do a whole beach episode first. So
We aren't near a beach.
ruin everything.
A beach lake, a lake beach.
Lake
We're gonna have a
episode.
lake episode and then go to the cabin at the beginning of next episode.
We're all wet from the lake and just like,
It is the
okay.
middle of October.
And
Just get scuba suits. It'll be fine.
Dominic's from Russia. He's
Wetsuits.
fine. Used to the cold.
It'll be okay.
Will it?
So anyway, what actual scenes?
Yeah. Sorry. Jokes aside.
Trying desperately to extend this into extra episodes.
Um,
We have 2 episodes left.
I know. So if I remember correctly, we had basically ended last session with everybody going to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
think
was
we're all
hanging out
asleep.
in the garage. Slumber party.
Janet's asleep at home.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And then
Well, did
everyone
you
else is asleep
actually-
in the garage.
Did you actually go
Yeah,
home, or were you just gonna go early in the morning?
I believe I did actually go home.
Because Liz and Dom walked her home
Mhm.
Yeah.
in the radio
And that's-
flyer.
Yep. And that's when Janet gave Liz the tape.
Yes.
And then
the tape.
Dominic went to his house, changed, got his bike, and then they went back to the hideout.
And talked about
Yeah.
the earrings and the necklace magic.
Yes.
Yes.
It's all coming
And
back.
Liz followed Dominic's. You can't
Closing your
look at
eyes in the bedroom
other
of opposite
person's
gender.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Called respect. Okay.
I don't necessarily need a scene for this. I would just quickly ask, is this a school day?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Then there'd probably be a scene, the
We
quote
did
unquote scene.
We also did establish that the bike ride out to the cabin was only like an hour or 2, so you could either skip school and go or wait until after school.
I think we all agreed to skip school though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I distinctly remember we were going to skip, which was a big step for Flynn and Parker.
We appreciate them.
I think maybe more
Does-
so for Parker, since Flynn kind of naps in a
Yeah.
bathroom stall all day.
Flynn's
When
smart
does
enough
what's
that,
up?
that they've already like read through the textbook and they're just like,
Flynn's like,
"Can we
I have
just
to
get to
be
the
here.
assessment already.
I have to
already
be here. I don't have to
Flynn's
do
like,
anything.
I could get my GED
I-
at this rate and just graduate early.
I could teach this class."
Flynn has memorized the textbook.
Flynn
dude.
actually has a GED, but didn't tell anyone so they can keep going to school and
That-
napping.
No, that's how
Actually,
Flynn has
I've-
access to like the college networks just because they're doing
Flynn's
online
act-
classes.
Flynn is actually
Flynn's like,
college.
no, yeah, I'm
Bye.
actually in MIT. I don't officially go to this school. I just hang out here.
You know, I want to actually say that's canon to some degree, like, because that just sounds right.
I don't know if they would have night classes by this point. I like virtual night classes. I definitely think you're doing like college prep already.
Yeah.
But just as like a footnote, I do think Janet would like make sure that Davy gets to school and like knows what's going on and doesn't like worry about us too much. But also if we don't show up by like midnight, call the cops or something.
He's very much like, I want to go. Come on, let me go.
No.
Come on.
That's a very good argument.
You always
Yeah.
get to do all the fun stuff and leave me behind. Come on, Janet.
On one condition. You do whatever I, Dom, or Liz say. Okay?
Because those are the three.
And you know what? Parker and Flynn, too. They're pretty smart.
But like most first.
Okay, fine.
All right. Pack some snacks.
Does Davey have his own bike? Or are we putting him in the radio flyer?
I believe we had established that Davey basically rides the stunt bars on Janet's bike, which is currently still at the post office. So Janet will pack snacks and then hoof it to the post office to get her bike.
Do we want to say that, like, since we knew Janet's bike was still at the post office and she was gonna have to pick it up, that the plan is for Janet to meet the rest of the group on the outskirts of, like, the west side of town.
Perfect.
I like that.
That
Yep.
works.
Yeah.
We're like, we're all gonna figure out how we want to get to that location. Like if anyone needs to do anything last minute, it's like, go do your thing and then meet us at the outskirts.
Avoid the bus route.
Yeah. Dom did what he needed to do last night to sort of evade Dad more effectively.
Liz fully realizes her parents don't care, so it's fine.
It's fine.
The servants are in no, well, I guess the staff. The staff are in no position to really rat you out, and
Oh,
mom
Liz
and
totally
dad are
probably,
off doing whatever they do.
Yeah. No, Liz probably totally bribes them with her allowance.
Her allowance is big enough that she could commit bribery.
I don't know if that's the case as much as you could literally like make their lives hell and or get them fired
Yeah.
if they got on your bad side.
I think Liz has slowly tried to rectify the situation where it's more, I will give you like a bit of my allowance if you just look the other way instead of threatening them. But I would say she probably has threatened them in years past.
It's a kind threat. It's a carrot and a stick.
Yeah.
Carrot attached
she
to
is
a stick.
she is a little wary of the groundskeeper though, because she fully realizes
That dude's just scary.
Psychopath.
there's everyone.
Okay.
Is he related to Bertram? Who knows?
Bertram is
Bertram's-
all encompassing.
Bertram's distant brother, Bertie.
Bertram is an internal being that
Bertram's
is
long-
not very.
Bertram's long lost brother Trambert.
Trampert.
That's canon. That's his name. Trambert.
Rambert. Okay.
No.
Is this part of Tift canon now? Every game has to include one Bertram of some variety. It's like a multiverse.
I mean, maybe. At first, our first sort of multiverse characters were Jefferson and Charles, but they haven't survived into this campaign, so.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yes, I will introduce them in the next episode and a half.
Then we make a donation.
GM
Yeah,
powered.
$20 to. Well, introduce a new NPC is just $20.
I think Parker, the nerves are getting to him, so he gets up pretty early, and ideally before everyone else, and is gonna make pancakes to the best of his ability for everyone, including his mom, who will probably be home before we leave. So that's what Parker's up to in the morning.
Dominic wakes
Getting
up.
everyone prepared.
Dominic, I think we've established, is a really light sleeper. So
Mhm.
he wakes up and tries to help once he starts hearing like Parker getting up.
When you come in, you just see a mess everywhere, and Parker's just like, "Oh, thank God you're up! I need your help, please."
Dominic used to help his mom cook, so like he knows a little bit. He's just
You can at least make pancakes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot Liz stayed at Parker's place because she didn't want to go home because she lied
Yeah,
as well. Liz is
Yeah.
totally out still though.
okay. So Dominic starts cooking and starts directing Parker as to what to clean up, so the kitchen looks less like a bomb went off.
yeah. I go from head chef to cleanup crew.
Go from
Yeah.
you're demoted from head chef to sous chef.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and Dominic is the chef de cuisine. Welcome to the bear. Let's go.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be up to this morning.
Is Flynn going to get up early like they usually do, or have a sleep in?
I think that they would still get up early, but given everything, probably had gotten up but like around the time that Parker had actually got up, but just pretended to stay asleep, just not used to the calm, and just has been waiting, listening, and but after Dominic got up, help and stuff, Flynn probably starts getting actually proper up and getting things packed and ready to head out, and remembering to grab the snack bags that we had actually prepared the night before. Making sure that everything is ready to set off.
Are you gonna let Liz sleep?
For a good amount of time until it becomes a hindrance to everybody else. Like,
Well,
if we're gonna
is Liz
get there at
a
the right
morning
time.
person?
I mean, I think once she someone actually once she hears activity and stuff, because I think she doesn't really like people coming into her room to wake her up. So like eventually once Flynn starts moving around and stuff, I do think she wakes up, and she's pretty quick to get on her feet, if only because like she's so used to having to have that mask in place with her family right off the bat. So she's pretty good about once she's up, she's up.
So, four of you, I assume, can gather in the kitchen with. I feel like a pile of very interestingly shaped pancakes.
No, Dominic's a good cook.
The interesting ones were mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dominic is a good cook. He just
You
doesn't
can
do
very
it often.
clearly see which ones were Parker's and
Dominic's
which
are
ones were
like
Dom's.
perfect and round and like golden on each side.
Yeah.
Parker's are like weird elongated shapes. One side
Dominic-
is darker than the other. Some of them
Dom
are a
had
little burnt.
Parker pull out any like fruit from the fridge or whatever and like slice it up for like toppings and everything. Like it's pretty nice.
It's a pancake bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unexpectedly nice for what you'd think Dominic could actually do.
He knows how to make bombs and chef.
He can cook, and he has never
Look,
talked about it until
I
this.
He
mean,
can cook in 2 different ways.
The precision needed to cook and make a bomb.
Yeah.
It's
the
there.
same thing.
Transferable
Yeah.
skills.
There's a
Cooking
reason
uranium,
why
cooking
it's
pancakes.
called
What's the difference?
The Anarchist Cookbook, guys.
There was a bit of a mistranslation. He says that he can make bombs. What he means is bomb-ass cooking.
It's true. Honestly, that's probably it. I'm gonna go with that as actual canon.
Mhm. It's just, yeah.
Yeah. No one ever asked if he was a good cook, so he never brought it up.
Of course, that would be his reasoning. Well, you didn't ask.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't come up.
No, it's like, you mean you guys can't cook? This isn't a
Yeah.
normal skill.
You mean you guys can't put together a breakfast buffet within
A
30
breakfast
minutes?
bar in like 30 minutes in your friend's mom's kitchen.
In a kitchen that you've been in like twice in the entirety of your life.
Yeah. It is staggeringly good for what you think he should be able to accomplish. That's the point.
See, now I'm just imagining down the line Dominic in home ec class and being just like coming up from behind in the cooking classes, and everyone is like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Yeah. Is the only thing he actively shows up for.
Home ec and
Yes.
math.
Home ec and math.
Oh no, math. He's
Same.
bored. He doesn't do math because it's boring.
Parker's definitely going to like make sure that everyone knows that this was all Dom, and like try to seed the idea that even this was Dom's idea, just to lift him up a little bit more for the
Nice.
morning.
I mean, I don't know if Flynn would let that pass. It'd be like, well, I mean, didn't you start it?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, look at this. I couldn't do this. That one,
mean,
see that
sure.
pancake over there? That's my pancake.
Yeah.
I just point to what that looks like
one
a
is-
face. It wasn't supposed to look like a face, but it does.
I mean, if you get good at it, you might have something there. People like to look at faces.
You know, that's a
Dominic
good
says
way.
that Parker's very good for a beginner.
I try to make a pancake as a face, and it comes out as a perfect circle.
Perfect.
Like, God damn it.
You're like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm imagining Parker trying to recreate those smiley face like potato bites
Yes.
with a pancake, and then it all
Yeah.
just bleeds together.
Becomes a smudge. Yeah.
It looks like Kirby.
See, now I've seen pictures of things like that gone wrong, and they look horrifying.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, once we've all eaten up, I guess we're heading out and aiming to meet up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like probably with all of the like the breakfast buffet and eating and everything, Janet and Davy get to the meetup spot first. But the rest of you can get your bikes and well, let's establish this now. What supplies are each of you taking?
Flashlight.
Okay.
Flashlight. Definitely a flashlight.
Parker has learned. I'm bringing some tool. Like I'm going to have the radio flyer with me, and it's going to have tools and parts just in case. Probably like a
Rolling up the whole trailer.
got it strapped to my bike and everything. Yep.
You know, I'm just imagining Flynn taking the radio flare and like recommissioning it as a miniature version of a trailer that is just hitched to the
Yes.
back of their bike.
I love that.
That is exactly.
I
what
love
has
that for
happened.
them.
Yeah, that is exactly what has happened.
Okay.
Love it.
I can't bring my computer, but god dang it, I can bring this.
I'll bring every single piece of the darn thing.
Parker's also, just to say ahead of time, has been like stayed up a little bit late last night, just transcribing everything from our or from my board of all the mysteries, and has been compiling them down into his journal, which is my iconic item and hasn't come up very often because I keep forgetting I have it. But essentially, he's just been compiling everything down, writing down more questions that have come up, things that we'd like to solve, that sort of thing. So he's got that. He's got a flashlight. Just want to make sure everyone knows he's got a flashlight.
So
I have it
does he
written
have
down.
a flashlight?
I've got
Oh,
it written
really?
down that he has a flashlight, okay?
Okay.
With 3 flashlights?
This time he has a flashlight.
Do we
And-
want to bring Liz's modified clockwork, seeing as Flynn knows how it's put together at this point out of all of them, in case we need to create like a disruptor or something?
Feel
That
that
was
would be
terrible anyway.
logical.
Did Flynn ever put my wolf back together?
Yeah.
Okay, then Dominic has probably his own flashlight that he's borrowed from Parker, just in case. His wolf, his locket, and that's it.
A
Oh,
flashlight?
sorry,
No.
and like a Swiss Army style multi-tool that he grabbed from home.
There's two other things that I want to add. I want to make sure that we also are bringing the blueprints.
Yes.
As well as I'm going to say that all of the snacks that me and Parker had prepared
Yes.
are in Flynn's backpack.
I like it.
What snacks are they? I want
I think it's a bunch
canon
of trail
information.
mix.
Yeah.
We
There's
did-
a lot
we
of
just
trail mix
basically-
and a giant bag of marshmallows.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we basically just raided the pantry and got a bunch of like
Good.
the sort of snacks you would have in there, like
I'm gonna
gushers and that sort of thing.
say Liz probably has bottles of water in her backpack then. Because
Because
I mean, we're
the boys
still-
forgot the.
yeah, we're still definitely
The
biking
boys.
for
Yeah.
an hour to 2 hours. So
We definitely
hydration.
forgot. I see you packing that, and I look at Flynn, and I'm like, "Oh God, we forgot water."
It's important. Dominic does not have a bag. Everything's just in his pockets. It's like a small flashlight, the multi-tool, his wolf, and his locket. He's going light.
Nice.
Liz still has the earring. She has her little black book and her clockwork as well. Also, she does have some kind of writing implement in case she finds more secrets to write in said black book.
Question for Flynn is: did you like when you took Dominic's wolf apart? Did you like take out any of the listening devices and make it like safe or?
I don't think that wasn't really what I had asked to do.
Okay.
And so we would have to like reverse time, and I was quote unquote distracted at the time. So I would
Make a time
just say
machine, that'll
that
be fine.
it was just more of a make sure I didn't miss anything as I took
Okay.
it apart.
Yeah. Okay. But we're with. Does Liz still have the jammer in it? No.
No,
You have the
Liz's was not a jammer, it was a amplifier. So actually
Mhm.
Liz's is probably wrapped in some kind of cloth or
Do we
something.
take the jammer with us then?
The jammer was tied to the hideout. I don't know if
Yeah,
there was
the
something
jammer's
that we
in the
could bring with it.
hideout.
It was like
Yeah,
tied to
yeah,
it specifically in like the
radio.
speaker sound system. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we don't really have the time to make a portable version, so I'd say
no,
just
I didn't. I
just
forgot that it's
soundproof
hooked
your
up to the
devices
speakers.
and yeah.
Put him in the radio flyer.
Yeah,
I would
soundproof is
need the
fun.
Walkman and
Yeah, it's a multi-stage thing.
It's a thing that we did not plan for.
No,
so.
if it was because if it was safe to have my animal out, I would have let it ride on my shoulder while I bike. But
yeah.
I mean, it might jump off and start running towards.
I'm just questioning if it's going to listen in on
Yeah.
things.
That's fair.
I guess Liz also technically would have Janet's tape in her coat because she has not changed.
What about Janet?
Janet basically dumps out her school bag as if she had much in the way of school books and supplies in there in the first place.
I feel like it's just a bunch of like music sheets with
Yep.
like half baked original rhythms and whatever.
Yep, 100%. She's definitely got her drumsticks. Probably stick those in her back pocket where they usually rest.
I don't know if you
Couple
want to be
cans of
sitting on
hairspray.
those for an hour on the bike.
I fully imagine that she just like put them back there and just like forgot about them and then just like remembers them on occasion and like otherwise does not feel them whatsoever.
You said a couple
Um,
cans of hairspray.
Yep, couple cans of hairspray, whatever snacks there may be in the house, a couple bottles of water. And yeah, I do think she would grab Flynn's Super Walkman. Hopefully that thing still works after getting dipped in the pool.
It is super.
And yeah, she doesn't really have other tapes otherwise, and she's been meaning to listen to them anyway, so I think she'll put on another one of those Russian punk rock tapes and make sure that Davey's packed everything that he needs, which I don't know what he would pack, so...
Say if he has
Zoo book.
a couple of zoo books. Extra jacket. It's looking like it's gonna rain. It's pretty overcast, so an umbrella. That's probably it on his part. Maybe his own little bottle of water.
If Janet notices that it's going to rain, she'll probably grab like a little dinky umbrella too that she 100% pulled out of the trash somewhere.
She doesn't know this yet, but it was one that like the wind blew it inside out and then they like stuffed it back in the right way and dumped it in a trash can. She was like, "Ooh," picked it up.
Yep. Like one of the arms is just fully broken.
Yeah.
Last thing I'm bringing. I'm so sorry. Is
Get it out now because
A flashlight.
yeah, real good. Well, another flashlight.
Some batteries for the flashlight.
Everyone has a flashlight at this point.
I'm just packing up some pancakes and fruit for Janet when we meet up with her.
Oh,
That's it. Very simple thing.
and how could I forget? Amongst the snacks, Fruit Loops.
Got to remember the Fruit Loops.
I just assume the entire box of Fruit Loops went into Davey's bag.
it's just you can't. It's so big you can't close the backpack, so it's just sticking up out of the top.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Product placement, baby. Now it really
Yes,
is an
there-
80s movie.
There we go.
There we go. Ha ha. Nice.
Cool. So Janet and Davy get to the meeting point first, and I don't know, maybe they're like 15, 20-ish minutes before. Well, does everyone else arrive as a group, or are you like
Yeah,
splitting off to pack
I
up
think
your
so.
bags and then ride over? So group.
Yeah, I think we'll go as a group to the meetup.
'Cause I think we
place.
had
That's where-
everything we needed at the hideout. That was sort of the point of heading out last night.
Yeah, it was to get your things together. Yep.
So then the other 4 members ride up on their bikes to join the 2 of them.
Yo.
Hey,
Morning.
Janet? hey Janet, why is Davy here?
He wanted to come.
Yeah.
Dominic gives Davey a big hug just immediately. He is very happy to see him.
Davey
Liz smiles
hugs
at
back.
Davy, but immediately upon being hugged, getting like hugged by Dom, looks at Janet with like this panicked expression, like of concern, like, "What did you do?"
Okay. I guess Davey, just stick with me. Okay? We'll stay in the back just in case.
Well, Davy came under the understanding that he does whatever we say, right?
Yes, Jan.
Good.
Well, I hope that's enough. Anyway, here's some pancakes, Janet. Dom made us
Oh.
pancakes this morning.
Thanks.
Welcome. Might want to split it with Davy, but
I was about to say
enjoy.
she's already like ripping them in half and handing half of it to Davy.
perfect. Already on top of it. Right.
Well,
Well,
Shoves it into his mouth.
I think before everyone leaves, Liz will look at the group and say ultimately, everyone watch each other's backs. Flynn, if you and Davey sense something is going wrong, go get help if possible, or contact the police or someone that we can trust. Maybe Jennifer, seeing as she is the only adult that we fully trust at this point.
Okay.
But let's play this smart, as Flynn would like, and not be too chaotic or rush in without a plan. Take this methodically. We don't know what we're about to face in there. Potentially a very, very bad clockwork that looks like a person, which I don't think any of us can really fight. If our experiences with Trombert are anything to go by, think our brains are far more likely to win out in this situation than our brawn. So let's be logical about this and keep each other safe. And I would like to try and roll lead on this
Hey.
to inspire
yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Nice.
And I really hope I get a 6 on it, at least one.
Or else the speech just goes down poorly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Parker starts applauding for the good speech, but then I was like, well, we got to find out based on the roll.
Yeah.
If it was a good speech.
Yeah.
Okay, there's at least 2 6s in that, so.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
yeah. Applause then.
So
Woo!
you, with 2 successes, you get a dice pool of 4 dice.
Nice.
I'm a little mad that there were only 2 out of 9 there, but it's okay.
Hey, it's something. We'll take it. And what does that do again? You can add those.
Yeah,
To
you guys
some
can
as well.
add, any of you who heard this can add that as long as you're following Liz's advice.
Yes.
We have
which is
like 4 finite dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That can be
Yeah.
added to rolls.
Until the next one of us makes a lead roll, basically.
Okay.
And Liz can give them to people as she wants
As
until the
needed.
pool is up.
Okay. So basically, we have an extra dice that can be used 4 times.
Yep.
Right.
Can we? Do we have to make that decision before we roll, or is that the sort of thing we can add in after we've
Yep.
seen what the result was? Yes. Sorry.
Good question.
That's a solid
That is a
question.
valid question because I think we've only used this
Way to go,
once.
Darren.
I think
DM
you
break.
have to hand it over beforehand. Let me just double check things as written instead of my
Yeah, that would make the most sense,
cheat sheet.
but I'd like it the other way.
We can't always get what we want.
I mean, to be
We
fair,
can't
if you're
always
adding it
get
after the
it.
fact, like, you got a 1 in 6 chance then.
It's just like someone's doing a very important role, and we're like, let's add a couple dice in that because we get.
Whoops. Yeah.
You can do more than 1 dice, right? It works like a pool of dice.
Yeah, it's a
So you could just dump the
pool.
whole 4 into one very important
Okay.
roll if we know it's an important roll before it happens.
So since it says when, give them to kids when they overcome trouble, I'm going to say you have to decide that before the roll.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay.
I respect your decision despite how much
fair.
I hate it. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. We'll know the important rolls when they come.
Wow.
We just got to remember. All right, cool. Let's do it.
Okay.
We are on bike. Let's go.
That's a different game.
We're,
Kids on Bikes.
yeah, kids
Yeah.
on bikes. I was already make a reference to it too. Wow. Okay, cool.
That can be
We are
that,
children on bicycles.
that's how we can take these characters and move them to that system. And then we can go
Right.
from kids on bikes to masks. Anyway.
We
Yeah.
accidentally end up on kids on brooms and
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say we could become wizards. I have that. That's how Dominic becomes a werewolf.
Yes, because we
Okay.
suddenly just take a
everyone else
my gosh.
cast spells.
Wait,
Dominic is over
Blaine would
here
actually
just,
become a
"I'm werewolf."
technomancer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Charlie is so pained.
It's fine. You can hit the road.
So-
Anything, yeah, like sort of like how I was describing it earlier. It's an overcast morning, kind of a gloomy day. Looks like it might rain, but no imminent sounds of storms yet. And at least for now, you do have like a main road that's headed out west towards Lake Winnebago, where all of the cabins are. Is there anything you would like to discuss on your bike ride?
I'm regretting not bringing a raincoat, but that's okay.
You wanted someone to put all those flashlights.
Exactly. If I have to give up a single flashlight for a raincoat, I'm going flashlight every time. Just to be clear, Charlie,
This-
I did only bring the my one flashlight that I own, but I just wanted to.
Parker's in his room looking at
Oh, I
like
know.
a handful of flashlights, a raincoat, like
See, see, now this is just making me think about that episode of Gravity Falls where they
Yeah.
were looking
Right.
monster hunting and you have all of the disposable cameras.
yeah.
4 dozen cameras.
Yeah.
So good.
Except it's 4 dozen flashlights. Anyway.
Beautiful.
I feel like as we're writing, Janet would probably come up alongside Parker, just say, "Hey,
Hey. Hey. Anyway, sorry. Hey, how's it going? How you feeling?
sorry.
Sorry about what?
I I was kind of mad at you for not making a decision, but once I finally calmed down, I realized that I kind of did my thing and charged in head first, leaving the brain behind. So sorry.
I mean, if we're going through apologies, I'm sorry too. I acted very weird. I made things very awkward between us, which was never my intention.
I think that was kind of both of us.
Yeah, I guess it was, but I'll just let me take the blame a little bit here for a second. Because I was weird first, and then that's what made you. That's fine. Look, I appreciate the instinct for an apology, but really none is needed. I just hope that, like, honestly, we can stay as close friends as we've been. I don't want this to make things forever awkward between us. And
Please.
I appreciate that you've let me kind of be ambiguous with a maybe, but if you need a strong decision, you just let me know, and I'll tell you either way. I also don't want to rope you along.
I mean, I'm not going to act like I don't want a strong decision, but I mean, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I guess part of the reason I like you is because you do think things through. You're smart.
Yeah, it's also kind of a weakness, isn't it? Thinking through too much. I mean, that's why I like you. I keep you around, I guess, because you drag me into the things that I'm making a decision about. You're very decisive, which I like. I'll tell you what. Let's get through all of this. There's a lot happening. We're on our way to go fight a terrible robot. Hopefully don't fight it. We're not going to fight it. Let me just say, Janet, we're not going to fight it. But
I could fight it.
I don't want you to.
I could fight it, though.
I'm sure you'd do great. You're very strong. But let's deal with all of this, and then let's have a nice, strong conversation about this where I'll make a decision. Or I'll just give you an answer. You'll know by the end of this. Or you just say this is too much wishy-washy, and we'll just leave it at that.
I don't really mind if you take your time, Parker. I was just sorting, if that makes any sense.
No.
But you don't have to give me an answer if you don't want to give me an answer. And I'll let you know whatever you answer. We're still two dudes.
Yeah. Just a couple of dudes hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll always have that.
Bunch of guys being dudes.
Bunch of dudes being bros. Yeah. All right. Anyway. So how about that giant robot we're gonna go fight, huh?
So I am gonna get to fight it.
I was trying to make a joke and lighten the mood, but I fear that I've encouraged you. So we're gonna dial that back.
I feel like Liz chimes in from the background. You are not going to fight the robot.
I could fight it.
Dom says, if we're not fighting it, then why did I bring a knife?
You
Why
got
did
a
I bring
knife?
this AK-47?
Yeah. If we're not fighting the robot, why do I have a knife in my pocket?
Can I see it?
Because knives are generally useful, and also knives won't help fighting a robot. They're made of metal.
Dom's like,
Dom bikes alongside Janet, pulls out a Swiss Army knife and hands it to her to look at.
don't give Janet a knife.
Yeah, never-
Dom is going to.
I love it.
I just like the idea of like they bike so often that it's like the biking is just second. They're just doing all this other shit while biking, just handing things to each other, and there's no effort involved. Just like, yeah, whatever.
Parker and Flynn is like playing poker and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
We're playing
Liz
a
is doing her makeup. It's fine.
These kids can bike no hands for like a solid 20-minute stretch. Just
I was gonna say Parker and Flynn are playing chess without a board.
Right.
Just naming moves.
I mean, mental chess is
just
a thing.
naming moves.
oh yeah, no, I know.
That is so fucking raw.
I could actually see
Technical
Flynn and Parker
flavor.
doing that though. Yeah.
Mhm. Nice.
Liz occasionally provides commentary on if the move is right or not.
Mhm.
You actually know, or are you just chiming in?
She's following pretty well, and like she'll make little notes about like their personalities depending on what kind of game they favor.
Dominic
actually
can't
I
play
love that.
chess mentally, but like he can play it. So he's
Yeah.
throwing out like Russian like chess grandmaster moves that like he learned from watching like old footage.
Right. I kind of imagine like Flynn with chess is actually going to be doing like really strange moves to just
Yeah.
make them so confused. Like not even taking the games ever seriously.
It's just like what can I do? Let's see.
Right.
I'm gonna
Breaking
win.
pieces
So
into a smile on the chessboard.
Oh man.
The best part is like this will happen during a trip, and we won't go on a trip for a while, and immediately the next trip it picks up exactly where it started. Like they all remember where the positioning of their
This
chess
one
pieces
game
are.
has been running for 2 years.
which would definitely explain why Dominic cannot follow it at all, because he just joined the group.
Yeah, we just pick up in the middle of a game.
He's doing his best.
Why did they move the pawn there? Like that's nowhere near where that pawn would be.
Yeah, just knows to switch on music whenever this starts up.
Dominic's pretty sure most of Flynn's pieces are off the board at this point, but just like
Bike alone.
feel like eventually after that conversation people spread out a little bit, not like
Yeah.
super far, but just like in their paces. And Davey, where he's been riding on the back of Janet's bike, leans forward and is like, ooh.
Yeah. Hey. You keep an eye on Liz.
I mean,
Hey. I kind of told her I liked her too.
did you give her the tape?
Yeah. I don't know if she's listened to it, but I kind of want to ask.
Did you give it to her?
Last night.
Let her borrow your Walkman.
Hmm. Hey, Liz.
Yeah,
You want to borrow my Walkman?
I think Liz smiles and says, "Sure." either slows or increases her pace to exchange stuff, basically.
Flynn just said that you push that one and it'll play.
Thanks. I think she'll pop out the tape that's in it and hand it over to Janet and pop in, very obviously, the tape that Janet gave her. And start playing it.
Once again, opens up with Crimson and Clover. Again, I do apologize. I have not finished these playlists yet.
You had 2 weeks.
I know I was
I
busy.
actually had like 8.
No excuses.
There was a holiday.
I will have them before last session, all right? But I think 2 of particular note would be Uptown Girl.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
And I think Bad Reputation by Joan Jett.
Ooh, Joan Jett.
Mm-hmm. And I'd say that sort of like how it's lined up sort of gets across the message of your reputation doesn't mean anything to me. I see the real you, I guess.
Mhm.
And not in like a threatening way, in like a, and I like the
Like-
real you.
Yeah. So, further confirming what she had said to Liz when she gave the tape.
But I feel like after Janet hands over the Walkman, she just sort of pedals like a little ways forward, just like trying not to look. But at a certain point, is like, "Davey, how's she looking?"
I think Liz has a slight smile on her face while she's listening to it, and very much she is enjoying it, and it does mean a lot to her that, and you can tell from her features that she's understanding the message of the tapes, and that it means a lot to her that Janet understands.
Maybe just whispers back. Positive reaction. Positive reaction.
Fuck yeah! Took 3 tries, but I got one. Yeah.
I also looking up when 3-dimensional chess was like first referenced in Star Trek. Yes. On the off chance that's what these kids end up playing.
For 3-dimensional, yeah.
Yes.
No,
3.
these are the maniacs that invented 4D chess.
That like time travel chess on Steam.
Oh my gosh!
That's what these guys are playing.
I tried looking at one game of that, and my brain started melting. It's so complicated.
Multiversal 4D chess with time travel. I think is what it's called.
Like that, yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Okay.
We secretly melt the robot's brain. That's how we win, guys.
Good luck.
Pull out your 4D chessboard with the robot. Let's go, boy.
All right.
Dom is just biking at the back of the group. I think he usually does that.
Okay.
Not important. Just pointing out where he is in the
In the marching order, you mean?
yeah in the group.
Marching order of death.
Yeah. Die.
The marching order of death sounds like a great band name.
I was
We
about
come
to
up with a
say,
lot of really good band names on this show.
Marching
Like,
Order of Death is just the
heavy
one
metal
out
band.
there song that's on Liz's tape. Just like, wait
Yeah.
a second, why is
Wait,
this
what
on
is this?
here?
Is that you don't care? You want me to die? Oh God, that was supposed to be on there. That was for the
I
tape.
knew
about
we
how I
knew
feel
what we're
about my
editing
parents.
past. Shit.
No.
Cool. Let's go.
There's nothing else after like maybe 30, 45 minutes. And you can take a break, eat some trail mix or something, grab some water, and
Pass
If
around
I-
the Fruit Loops.
yeah,
Give
shove
Janet
a couple
marshmallows.
of Fruit Loops and marshmallows. Shove those in your mouths. But eventually you do reach an area where like the main road ends and you're kind of going on more dirt forest back roads, and continue on that way for the rest of your journey, following the like the documents of where it's located. And I imagine you kind of traced out the route on a map beforehand. Head deeper kind of in the woods away from the immediate circumference of the lake. But before too long, you do reach the edge of a little clearing. You still have like plenty of tree cover, so you're not out in the open yet if you want to try and be sneaky.
Yes, please.
But you do see a cabin with some smoke coming out of the chimney and very obviously lights on inside.
Question.
Yes.
Seeing as we know there are sneaky little things that tend to go unobserved in certain areas, do we see any like clockworks hiding around here at all?
Ooh.
Not a
Go
terrible
ahead and
thought.
roll investigate.
I want to like also help look around, if that, because that is like a +1 dice to the roll, right?
Yes.
So I will do
So the
that.
two of you can look around.
Puts me at 6 dice, so
I mean, much better than mine.
yeah. There is 1 success there.
You.
Okay. So you get to ask 2 questions.
Where is it? Investigate.
I think
Yes,
where is
suppose-
it is one of the questions, right?
Where is it?
Where is she?
We want where is it, or do we want what is hidden here and where?
Oh, that
get-
one.
you
yeah.
get two.
Yeah. We do
Yeah.
get 2 questions,
did.
but
You
Yeah,
get 2
but what is
questions.
hidden here and where is it is
yeah, that's the
one
first one you should ask.
complete
That's
question.
yeah. That is one question.
Yeah,
Nice. 2-potter.
So you want to start with that one?
powerful.
yeah.
There are. So you do hear the sounds of little mechanical scuttling and some mechanical whirring noises, and spread throughout the trees surrounding this clearing are a lot of tiny clockworks. Some of them little animals on the ground, others like birds and other flying insects, kind of just buzzing around.
Well, I don't like that one bit.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Cool. Spooky. I love
Anybody else getting the birds vibes?
No.
Probably a fairly accurate comparison.
I
I just cut the music for the rest of the session.
Oh,
Do it.
Oh,
Let's
no.
do it.
See if I can.
How do we get past these clockworks without being noticed?
That's your second question.
That's my second.
Put on some bird noises.
Oh no, that's worse.
No music, just bird sounds.
Yeah.
So you were asking how to get past these? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How to get past these?
Sidetracked myself. Just be sneaky, really. Be quiet. Don't draw attention to yourselves.
You be quiet. Okay.
Be quiet.
This group is great at that. We'll be fine.
Make some successful sneak rolls.
Dom is fully prepared to rush in, so
I think Liz will point out all of these and inform them to be as quiet as possible.
Parker stifles a scream.
Is Parker low-key terrified? Just a little scared?
No, he's doing great. Great times.
Strong Parker.
Yeah, big
Strong.
man.
Deep voice, manly Parker.
hey.
Follow me,
I'll also
Jeds.
kind of like, as an addendum to the answer to that question of being sneaky, probably best to like drop your bikes here,
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
ditch the bikes and go on foot.
ditch them, do a little bit of hiding of just like putting them under some leaves, something, grab a branch.
I would say hide them a bit, but leave them in a position that if we need to make a quick getaway, we can.
So you
Yeah,
can like
good
put
call.
them and say like just put them off the main path between the trees, and there's some bushes, so they get like a little bit of cover. If someone was like taking their
Looking for
time and
them.
looking around, they'd be able to easily spot them, but they'd at least be like off the main path. So if someone was like quickly
Mhm.
coming down the road, they probably wouldn't notice them.
Mhm.
All right, well, should we sneak up to the house, I guess?
Dom says he's ready to go now. Like,
Hold up. Should we send like a few people first, like the people that would be best at this sort of thing, so that the rest of the
Or
group doesn't
wanna
drag the
try-
team down?
do we want to try and observe the house at all to see if we can see movement in the windows? In shifting of the light. I guess
I
we
wish
can just walk around.
I wish I had brought binoculars and not all of these flashlights.
what time of day is it? Just for context,
It's probably late morning.
it's like 10.
Yeah.
Ish. Okay, that's what I thought.
It's
Cool.
it's a little dark because it's overcast and you've got some like tree coverage. It's not pitch black, so it's
Right.
you can like pretty easily see across the clearing.
Mhm.
But
Is that something that I could do, Charlie? Just look at the house for like movement and stuff, or was that kind of covered?
Or
with
any
what
clues or
Liz
anything.
was doing?
well,
Like
Liz
if that should be another role, or if Liz kind of covered that with.
this
hers.
would have to be another role because Liz had 2 questions and used those questions.
Alright.
It was specifically looking for clockworks.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
And found
You
them.
can do it, Parker.
Well, I rolled
will
9, but
assist
that means nothing with
Parker.
my
I
rolling.
was
No, it doesn't.
trying to say that I was going to assist.
I'll take
Dom assists.
it.
Dom will assist Parker on this one for a plus
Okay,
1.
fine.
Yeah,
You
only
can do it. Only one
one
person.
person can help.
Yeah. Back off, Flynn.
Flynn, fine.
Back off.
We love you, Flynn, but I've been spacing out a lot today for reasons.
I feel that.
All right, with 10 dice, I got exactly 1 6.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
It's the one
Wow.
for me. That's the one.
Wow, you were really
I'll take one. I'll take
towing the
one.
line here.
We're rolling great, guys.
You get to ask 2 questions. Hopefully,
Great.
Hopefully, you're banking those successes for later.
Yep. I mean, definitely not. I'm gonna roll terribly from now on. I
Oh,
got
yeah,
my 1
100%
success in
it's
for
gonna
the
be great.
session. All right. I would like to also ask, possibly, what is hidden here and where is it in reference to the house itself. So we know what's going to happen at the outskirts of the house, but the house itself, is there any more information we can glean from that?
Say with that question, get a nice look through one of the windows, and where the hidden things are, very obviously in the house.
Makes sense.
And you see an older gentleman inside, as well as a beautiful woman. They're both sitting on the couch.
Beautiful woman. Dang.
I relay that to the group. And then my second question, in relation to these two people I see,
Yes.
what threats can I perceive here? Specifically seeing if I can read a vibe of are they a threat, or are there any threats that I may be missing? However you want to
It's a
interpret it.
good call. It's a good one. Good stuff. Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
No problem, man. I got you.
They. Okay. They could potentially be a threat, depending on how you handle the situation.
Okay.
So they would
Like,
most
do
likely they most likely would not like attack without question, but say or do the wrong thing, it might not go well.
Yeah.
I have a question. How like out of the way are we? Like, I know we went down like some back paths, but like, is this the only cabin for miles, or is this like, yeah, other people could reasonably be around right now?
There's probably there are like cabins around. This is not there's not just like one solitary cabin. Like out here, it's not as close as if it was like a campground. A lot of these are privately owned, so they do come with a little bit of land. So
Right.
maybe
So
like
they back out onto the lake, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd say there might be like a quarter to a half mile between them, roughly. Some of them might be more spaced together, but yeah.
And these are like vacation cabin sort of stuff. Like these aren't houses, or
people could live here.
Yeah. Like because my thinking is, well, it's October. It's not like summer vacation time.
Yeah, it's
Like
off-season.
some people might come out to these if they want a little bit of privacy for like the holidays, since they do have
Well, yeah.
chimneys. You can have a fire and keep warm that way. A lot of them are typically used in the warmer months, just to, like during summer, to come out here, be on the lake, go swimming, go fishing, those kinds of things.
Dominic has an idea, and it's not a good one, but it is not brute forcing our way through things. Janet, how's your ankle?
Well, one moment.
Janet's not there.
Yep, Janet's not there.
What?
You look,
Oh
you
my
turn
God.
around, and Janet has disappeared into the shadows.
Well, shit. Now I have to injure myself. Okay.
Damn it, Janet. Well, hang on.
How good's your acting?
Who's acting?
Whoever is considering injuring themselves
Dominic.
first.
Dominic. I think Dominic has shown that his is passable.
So maybe
No.
we can act past act like you're injured, but not actually injure you.
He makes a point that
Cause
he
a
just
problem.
wants to cause a flesh wound. It'll be fine.
Can I look for Janet?
Potentially. Hang on. We do have something to resolve with Janet first.
Fuck you,
Okay,
Janet.
we're
Also, wait. Is it just Janet that's missing, or is Davy also missing?
I am gonna take stock in who's still here.
Who's here?
That depends. Would Janet have taken Davy with her?
For
Janet's
this, with
going
the
up on it.
clockworks, no.
Okay.
Okay.
So it was a couple of follow-up questions. Are you looking around in the forest at the clockworks, or are you going around towards the cabin?
I'm going around towards the cabin.
Janet, can you still see us?
I'm sneaking.
Right, but like, are you in a spot where you can still see us? If we like look for you, like, can we flag you down?
Maybe. But first, that also depends on how good the investigate roll is. So since you're going around the house and you would like to find something unexpected, we'll say that you catch a glimpse through one of the windows, and you can see you have a clear view of the man and the woman on the couch, and looks like there is a little like panel that's open on the woman's forearm, and this man is checking things over, and you can see there's a lot of gears and other mechanical parts underneath her skin.
Got it. I mean, I don't know that, but got it.
So while Janet is doing that, Parker is looking for Janet.
I'm looking for Janet, please.
Go ahead and roll investigate.
Anyone want to help me on that?
Liz will, and do you want an extra die as well?
I'm rolling 10,
Okay.
so I should be okay.
Okay, so Liz will.
But I'm gonna roll it and immediately. I think we need to save it for like
For when we need it.
to save Janet from whatever.
Save Janet from the robot.
Yeah.
Assume she's gonna get in trouble.
Uh-huh. I mean,
Your
yeah.
assumption.
It's a very solid assumption.
All right. Once
How many
again,
times
I
have
rolled
we
10. I got 1 success.
How
Okay.
many times have we seen Janet get hit with a broom or something in the last
How many
24
times
hours?
has Janet gotten injured
More
and or
than
in
once.
trouble in the past 48 hours? Okay, so you get to ask 2 questions.
Yeah. I mean, where's Janet?
She's around the side of the cabin. I think you just can
You're
see
peeking in a
just
window?
like the very edge of her hair sticking out from around the corner of the cabin.
I feel like she's like in a bush near the cabin, just like peeking her head up.
My other question then would be a little bit more vague than any of the specific things here, but I want to kind of know how well she's sneaking. Like, is she in imminent danger because she's just standing fully silhouetted in the window or something like that?
We'll say this falls under what does it mean?
Yeah, that works.
And
What does it mean?
she's pretty decently concealed and has not drawn attention so far. So say she's got pretty good coverage and a good view of the inside of the cabin. So a decent lookout, at least.
Okay, I'll whisper to the rest of the group, "Damn it, Janet," and then I'll say, point out where she is. Now she's in a decent position, so as long as she doesn't do anything crazy, we're going to the cabin anyway, right? So she just took the initiative. Can I say what my plan would be? Unless Dom, you want to go ahead with whatever you were thinking.
So if Janet was still here, I was gonna kind of like take our bikes and like have Janet limp up to the front door, and we are gonna be like, "Hey, we were biking. My friend got hurt."
Mm-hmm.
That way, we could like have a way to sneak in.
Yeah, and I was just gonna be like, I was
Now
basically
Dominic was prepared to take his knife, slice his own leg open, and say, "I got hurt biking. Can I come in and call my parents?"
We also have we do have a young child that we could potentially have go up and say he's lost. But
I do not. Dominic does not
I don't wanna
personally feel
do that.
comfortable sending Davey up there alone.
I don't want to do that, please. Thank you.
No, he is
Thanks
like
for the suggestion, Liz, but
Dominic is vehemently
Thanks for the
against this.
suggestion, Liz, but no fucking way.
Yeah,
but fuck you.
not my surrogate brother. How dare
Not
you?
my Davy.
All right, let's. I think that's essentially a version of my plan without the cutting your leg bit.
He has the knife out already. He's like ready. He's
You don't have
listening,
to-
but he's like, I'm gonna do this. Just like
Just don't hurt yourself before we get into a potentially life-threatening situation. Save
it's
your
just-
skin.
it's
Yes.
flesh wound. It's not gonna hurt.
Yes, Flynn.
I mean, why don't we just like hurt Parker? Not cut Parker. I could just take some wrenches and just break his ankle a little
No,
bit.
break my ankle.
Smaller.
Or we could use some dirt and just use it and apply it like makeup, where we scuff you up a little bit, but don't actually injure anybody.
We can rub dirt into the cut on my leg.
No.
Really sell it.
We don't need to sell. We don't actually need to sell it as long as someone pretends to limp.
Can I
Fine.
ask something slightly metagamey a little bit? But who in the group is besides Janet is best at sneaking? Or
Are we
Has it-
allowed to
has a
answer that
decent-
like legally?
decently? Well, we don't have these specific numbers, but if your body is somewhat high, would
If
we
I
would we know
were
that?
on a scale of
Because we know that I'm terrible at it, so I'm kind of thinking if we're
It's
gonna have like a
also
I guess,
Canonical
like, are
knowing that
you
Flynn's bad
trying, with this information, are you wanting to decide who can go
Who's gonna sneak with
after
Janet? and who's like I'm thinking of like two teams, a sneak team and a
okay.
frontal
I
assault
have.
team.
I will say,
I'm gonna say
you can,
I have moderate sneak.
I was gonna say, if you are posing this question to the group, you
Mhm,
would
that's
each
what
have
I'm
an understanding of your own capabilities and perceptions of how well you think you can sneak. So,
poorly.
Moderately okay.
I am a fairly flashy person. I think we've come to that
Liz
conclusion.
is sneaking but throws glitter on every stat.
Yes.
What the fuck is that?
She steals one of my flashlights and is just doing a rave.
Yes.
She's doing just like a whole thing, like she's like landing a plane. It's like, what's going on?
And
It's
Flynn,
not a
I think I
sneak,
know
it's
the
a
answer, but
distraction.
how are you with how are you in gym class?
I don't go to gym class.
Awesome. All right, so
I've actually never seen Flynn in any class.
I don't want to leave Janet alone. So maybe we send Dom after Janet, and then the three of
I
us,
wanna
led by
be
Liz,
injured.
go in front.
Say two of us, so we have one team that can leave ASAP and stay with Davey.
Well, I can stay
Why?
with Davey.
Why doesn't the person going after Janet take Davey with them?
Davey, how
because-
sneaky can you be?
I'd say like he's small.
okay. I'm gonna say, if someone wants to sneak with Davy, you're gonna have to get 2 successes to succeed, like bare minimum success. You need 2 successes.
Mhm.
How's that sneak looking now, Dom? We could send you with some lead
Yeah.
rolls, lead dice.
I'm not confident enough in my sneak. Like that's the thing. It's not bad. I've definitely had to make worse rolls, but with how bad my rolls turn out, I'm a little nervous.
Or we just leave Davy behind, but I don't want to leave
Him randomly in the woods.
him randomly in the woods. Flynn volunteered to stay behind, but I don't want to leave you back either, because we could definitely use your skills in there, especially with like figuring out if we find extra schematics or just understanding what we're looking at.
I mean, schematics can be brought to me, but like I understand what you're saying. I know my capabilities, and I'm guess I'm just a little scared that I'm going to bring the team down on this sneaking or socialing.
All
You
right.
didn't invest a lot into charm for nothing,
I'm
and I
going
want
to
to
give you
lie
2
to
minutes.
people. Come
I'm
on.
starting a timer to decide what you're doing.
Okay.
You got 2 minutes. I know you
All
can't
right,
see that.
My
say
charm is better than my sneak, and that's why I want to go lie to the people that I'm hurt.
I say that we all go to the cabin. We're not leaving anyone behind. I say that we send Davy with Dom because it's better for Davy to be in the sneak group than in the front group.
Well,
And then Flynn comes with us.
I actually think it's better for Davy to be in the front group because if they
Okay.
think we're hurt, they're not going to see us as threats.
True.
We're out biking with a little kid. One of us got hurt. We need help.
I just want him to be able to run if things go south. And the group that's in front will most likely be closer to what's happening.
That's
the other
true,
thing I've
but we
heard.
also have more people in our group that's in front to throw, to put themselves between them and Davy.
Oh no, do I have to be the human shield? Damn it. Okay.
I will human shield Davy
I
if
think
it comes
we've
to
all
it.
decided we're humans shielding Davy at this point.
Yeah,
You know
I
what,
will
that's a good
human
point.
shield Davy if it comes to it.
Okay.
We all
So
will.
Yeah.
all right.
got a
So
minute.
here's the plan. And anyone can veto. Me, Liz, Flynn, Davy, we're all going to the front door. Dom's gonna meet up with
Dom wants to social.
Dominic
Yeah.
begrudgingly stuffs his knife in his pocket and starts walking off towards Janet. He has realized he has no say in the matter anymore.
I mean, I said you could veto. We're just running low on time, and you're the best at sneak. I don't want to leave Janet alone.
Before
30
Dominic
seconds.
leaves, he takes Parker by the face and says, "Do me proud," and leaves.
All right.
Okay.
So Dom's sneaking. Three of
Yeah.
us and Davy are going to go to the front door, led by Liz, who will be our front man on this lie that we're going to do because neither Parker nor Flynn are going to be great at that.
Okay.
And then we'll scuff up one of us to look like they took a tumble. Not Davy.
Do we do it? Not Davy. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, Flynn
Okay.
Flynn will scuff themselves up.
So let me write this down. So
Flynn
Dom,
believably looking like they probably fell off a bike.
Yeah.
Dom is going to Janet.
Flynn purposely
Um,
falls off a bike just to make it look believable.
Flynn's
It's
like,
I
"Oh,
wonder if Flynn
fall off.
fell off
I
the
did
bike
that
anyway
earlier."
on the way home. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I already have scuffed up knees.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else to front door. Who's scuffing themselves up?
Flynn.
Flynn.
Okay.
Master of disguise for this Flynn. Totally.
Flynn.
And then I'm going to keep Davy in lockstep with myself. So
Okay.
just keep him close to me. I will be the Davy watcher for now.
All right. So
The hero that Davy needs.
we are gonna have a lot of back-to-back rules.
Let's do it.
Um,
Let's do it.
Before we get to that, I think it's time to take a break.
Oh.
I need water.
Yeah, and then we
Yeah.
can see how this may all inevitably come crashing down around you.
Inevitably?
Inevitably, yeah. That makes
It'll be
sense.
fine. It'll be fine.
It's
I mean, last time
fine.
we had a dumb plan, it worked. We got in and out of that house with the plan, so...
Fine.
But the
It
time
may-
before that was
whether-
the post office break-in.
Comes
So this one
crashing
should
down
be
We
around
don't talk
you.
about the post office.
Might not be because of your actions. I'll just leave that
Looks
there.
at Janet.
So,
You ran off.
We'll be back here in about 10 minutes.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something. 'Cause I feel alone in a room, surrounded by people I
Got an answer right away here, so I'll
It's a
go
cowboy.
first.
Blizzard cowboy.
What is
Texarkana cosplay.
Rude.
That's Crow. He's annoyed with us for ruining the surprise.
Son of a. I mean, you could have predicted it, but like, come on, man. Try
Not
to
on
be
your
anyway.
plate. It's hard to make friends when you're keeping a secret, like your identity. I get that. That's why I probably fell for all the girls. It was nice to have somebody else who was just in it. I didn't have to tell them that, oh yeah, by the way, I might never die or age, or could be some sort of weird science experiment. And I can punch things real hard. And also,
I mean, in all fairness, if you're a science experiment, I think that just turns Cynthia on.
it's fair. That's fair.
Out in the
Is
living
that-
room, Eugene chokes.
Rocks.
Yeah. Good news. I'm not dead.
That is good news, yes.
We didn't get in a fight. I picked up Henry, and then we found her mom, and then she stood up to her and set boundaries, and it was good. It was very,
And
very good.
Iron Maiden respected those boundaries.
No, absolutely not. She's an asshole.
Uh, okay.
She
Glad
did-
you're okay.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't start a fight with me. Maybe having Henry there made. Well, I did promise Henry I wouldn't punch her mom first.
I appreciate that.
I wasn't gonna. Well, I don't really want to start fights. I don't know if I've actually ever started a fight, except for the time I started a fight with a wall at the hairspray factory, or that time I broke reality. But that's not really fighting people. That's like objects. Whatever. It's philosophical things. It's late. I don't know. I've got.
I feel like shortly after Liz leaves, Janet comes back into the garage, like locks eyes with Parker. We're stealing mail. Get dressed.
God damn it, Janet. Cut to black.
Oh my god. Okay. This will not go horribly wrong. Okay. Oh, with that,
Well, can I really quick? Because this is fast. Because this is like a total counter to what Janet just did. When Liz gets home, Dominic's sitting outside the gate, and that's when he says it out loud to her. So now his animals picked up on him saying it. So it's like the plans are just everything's gone to
Fuck the
crap.
plan.
Okay.
all right.
So what is effectively happening is that one meme of someone about to get shot and someone's like, no, 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 no. Just diving in front of each other.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Maya didn't.
Flynn's
know.
asleep.
Yeah, Maya
Oh my
didn't.
God.
Flynn is asleep. No.
What a way to end off episode 2. What a cliffhanger.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. It's a new beginnings and a better life. It's the dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Ooh, 'cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you.
Sometimes life will push you down, make you fall onto the ground. But I know you will turn it around. Oh, this is all we got. And I know you'll make mistakes. Get interference and lose your way. Find the light when it rains. Oh, this is all we got. Show me life, show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love, show me life, show me love, make a change. Time is up. We can wait for better days, but the days won't come. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me life, show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love. This is all we got. Show me love.
It's like you'll take like a few
Hey.
long drags, and you're like,
And
I'm
we're
not getting
back.
brain freeze. This is fine. And then your hubris hits.
Anyway, we're back.
Hello.
The hubris of brain freeze, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm eating popcorn. If you don't like the sound of possible chewing, deal with it.
It wasn't even
Yeah, screw you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have several things happening at once. We're gonna basically go order of operations and start with Dominic since he is heading off first. And I need you to roll sneak for me.
Do we want to give him any of our leads?
Please.
Yes, I'll toss 2 leads
Two?
this way.
Nice.
Okay.
Is that all of it, or do you have one left?
I have
You got
2
two.
left.
Two left, okay.
Oh.
I got mixed up with all of the helping that
Okay.
was happening earlier.
Yeah, no worries.
Come on.
I offered to throw one in earlier, but it was denied. So
Three sixes.
Dang.
Wow. Dang, dude.
Three
What did you buy with
sixes.
sneak?
nice.
Ike Russian.
So, you could buy 2 bonus effects. I say we can be a little fast and loose with this. For like future reference, the group who's going to the front door. Are you going to be sneaking up to the front door?
I think our intention is to be seen because we're
Yeah,
going to be
because if you
basically
look too
knocking on the door. anyway.
sneaky, then it's suspicious. But if you
Yeah.
look like lost kids,
Like, because if we're sneaking and we fail, that's worse than just being seen because we're going to
Yeah,
be seen anyway,
we're-
right?
I think the whole point was we're designed to be seen versus the 2 that are sneaking.
yeah, they're a distraction from the sneaking ones.
Yeah. So unfortunately, we can't use any of those 6s.
Yeah, because like my bonus effects are my only 2 options are give a success to another kid, or you find something unexpected or more of what you were looking for. Am I able to bank those, like those successes for later?
Yeah, It's
No?
got to be used for this roll.
Oh well, just a really
Okay,
good sneak then.
I guess then while I'm sneaking, I find something unexpected.
You find a hot dog fully formed on the ground.
More of what I was looking for. Janet's been cloned. Holy shit! Oh god!
More clones. Okay. So, and do you want something unexpected?
Sure.
feel like that was an ominous question.
So you want something unexpected?
You want something
Okay.
unexpected.
Yeah, like maybe a werewolf
Wait.
transformation.
No,
No.
please give me something I expect, please.
Say that you can find, as you're getting like behind the bush that Janet's hiding behind, in between all of the branches, you find a rusty crowbar.
Awesome. I grabbed that shit. Am I like right up next to Janet now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I lightly smack her, but like with enough force. I'm like, what the fuck?
Guys, we're taking too long.
Well, now they're the distraction for us.
Wait, why are they distracting me?
So we can sneak without the people in the house noticing us.
Well, person and robot. Lady's a robot.
Well, how do you know that?
Because her arm was open. Look in the window.
Oh, hey. Have you found a back entrance?
I was just about to look for one before you came
Great.
sneaking up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna help you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, they're going up the front. They're pretending that Flynn got hurt, and they're gonna ask if they can use the phone so they can get inside.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna look for a back/basement entrance.
Well, while that's happening,
Okay.
Hello.
Flynn, since you are scuffing yourself up,
Yeah.
I would like you to roll charm to see how well that disguise looks.
You want some extra dice on that?
Considering I
mean-
have 2,
Liz could definitely help. So that would do one, right?
Liz could help.
Yes,
So-
Liz could help too.
Without having to use a lead.
Yeah.
So there's
This
3
will
dice.
Maybe we should give.
I'm gonna go ahead and burn the usage of my I'm the smartest kid to make this look really convincing, like medical sort of
Guys
levels.
going like Peter Malark in Hunger Games level of convincing.
Yeah.
Liz is definitely just helping with her makeup expertise.
So I got 4 dice. Do we
Nice.
want to use an
Wait,
extra
the-
dice or not?
The pride
Mhm.
is you just get an automatic success. You don't roll another dice.
Oh right. Okay, my bad.
Do you want to do that for this?
I want to see what I roll first. I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That pride was
Yeah.
for whatever
Yeah,
Pride
I'm
is
totally
automatic
too, honestly.
success,
That's
it's
good.
not a
That's
dice.
good to remember.
All right, so roll 3, and then you have that pride back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use that pride because I rolled 3 5s. None of those are 6s.
None of those are 6s.
So
It's like the dice are taunting you.
Right. It was like,
So close, yet so far.
so you a successful disguise.
Sweet.
And all of you said that you were not sneaking up to the front door.
Right.
So as you start moving
We did
towards
say
it,
that.
I would say probably all of you, since you were already aware the clockworks lurking in the forest, the previous like buzzing and chittering movement that was going on kind of changes into one like distinct hum.
Alarm
As
system
we
got it.
go up, Liz is going to instruct Davy to hold Parker's hand and act as a support for Flynn, as Flynn is hobbling or limping as they see fit.
You can get up to the front door.
Is there a doorbell or is it just knock?
It is just knock. I will say there is, being a cabin, there is like the door proper, and then it's got one of those like screen doors in front of it. So you can like rap on like the side next to the screen door or on like the screen door frame.
Yeah, I think Liz will rap on the door frame.
As Dominic and Janet are paying attention to what's going on inside, you see, you could probably hear the sound of the knock from around the side of the building. And you see the man on the couch look up sharply towards the door. And he pats the woman's hand and says something to her, and she gets up and goes somewhere further in the cabin where you don't see, like, down kind of a hallway. And then he gets up and moves towards the door. Since the two of you are looking for a back door, one of you can roll investigate for me.
Janet, conceptually, how good would your investigate be? Theoretically.
2 dice.
Okay, so I'm gonna investigate and you're gonna help. Because I get 8.
I give you 1.
Yeah. So I get 9. So that's all my dice and then 1 more again. Okay. This one. 1 6.
Okay.
Not bad. It's a success. I don't
It's a
care.
success. Take it. Take it.
I'm
Don't think about
taking
it.
it.
Just take it.
You get 2 questions.
Okay, we get 2 questions.
Where'd that door at?
Investigate. Where the fuck are you? Where the fuck are you on my sheet? I don't know. Oh my gosh. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna go with what is hidden here and where is it?
Okay. There is
Kind of again with the intent of looking for an entrance.
So I get more popcorn and make a lot of noise.
Of course.
In fact, you're not making enough noise, so I'm gonna need you to.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I
Do
thought
more.
we were getting ASMR.
Oh, wait,
Sprinkle
let
it.
me help. Let me help. Just
Yes, please. Thank
Hang on, I
you.
don't want to lose any popcorn. Give me 1 sec. This is balancing very precariously right now.
The fact that you didn't put it
Just
in
like
a
off
bowl,
the
you're just
corner,
like, I'm
like,
going out of the
oh.
bag.
Oh.
There you go. Okay. You kind of poking around a little bit. There is a back door to the cabin. It doesn't lead into a cellar. It is just like a back door proper.
Okay, so does that mean there is nothing that leads to a cellar, or I just haven't found it yet?
There is nothing that leads to a cellar.
Okay. And Janet, I'm gonna let you look at the other questions and suggest what I should ask because you're helping me investigate. We've already asked what is hidden here and where is it.
The only other thing would be windows, right?
What has happened here would be
Yeah.
something I think might be interesting.
All right, yeah, I was thinking that one, so I'm glad you suggested it. What has happened here is gonna be my other one then.
someone had died.
Just
Ah,
like
shit.
in general, or you want to make it more specific?
You always ask about where that robot going. Where'd that robot go?
Am I able to tell where the android's gone?
You could use what does it mean and ask why, like, what does it mean that the android has gone further in the cabin?
That
Okay.
yes.
Yeah,
That.
let's do that.
Okay.
What does it mean feels so vague, which is why I'm like, I shouldn't use it, but that's a good use of it.
Yeah. I think those are like starter questions, and then it's like you use that to inform
Yeah,
something a little bit more
That's
specific.
that's fair.
So moving around and looking for this door, you get a better idea of the layout of the cabin and can tell, like, cabin there are bedrooms, and pass by another window and see the woman inside one of the bedrooms, and she's like shutting the door and sort of hiding, basically.
Right.
Like, she's not like getting weapons or anything or being aggressive. She is just hiding.
Okay. Janet, do you want to go inside?
Okay, but the rest of you up front.
Yeah. Well, Janet processes Dom's question.
Yes. The front door is pulled open a crack. It's middle-aged man kind of sticks his head through and looks at all of you and, who are you? What are you doing here?
Liz will support Flynn up to the front and say, Liz will give her full name. I'm Elizabeth Thine. Me and my friends were biking, and unfortunately my friend here fell off their bike and got pretty hurt, and we're concerned they won't be able to get back, and we're wondering if you had a phone that we could call our parents to try and get a ride back to town.
Go ahead and roll charm for me.
18 dice.
If only, right?
I wish.
Do you wanna lead on this? Can you lead yourself?
I can't lead myself.
Damn it. That's okay.
I can take an assist though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
well, I was thinking of how-
technically be an assist.
Flynn just
Sure.
started going.
You can give him an extra dice.
Hurts so much.
We also
Look at
have-
how visibly scuffed I am.
We also have a particularly cute child with us.
Yes.
And I guess 9, so we'll see.
Look at him. He's adorable. He's got spider facts today.
Ooh, that's nice. That is 4 successes.
Yes.
Very
Okay.
good. Very good.
You said 4 successes, so you can get 3 bonus effects.
Okay. Time to look at my bonus effects for this.
A lot of good ones.
Yeah, charm has some good bonus effects.
Yes.
So this is good to get. Try to find them as well.
Well, let's go with first. He keeps believing me.
Yeah.
I
Just to add some insurance there. Good call.
think. Do we want to say he'll take risks to help us?
I think that'd be really good.
I mean
Yeah.
that basically covers him
Yeah.
letting us in, right?
Yeah,
If
and then
he's-
also potentially protecting us if something goes south very quickly.
Yeah.
And let's start forming a relationship with this individual in
Yeah.
some way, shape, or form.
Go off, Queen.
Let's befriend adults.
Yes.
That will never go wrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it can be really beneficial in this game.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay.
Flynn's acting is just that good.
Exactly. This is all Flynn. Nothing to do
Totally
with us.
Flynn. 100%.
I like to imagine Flynn is like going wild between over and underselling it.
Okay. So. He looks all of you over. Listens to basically your plead for assistance, and his eyes linger on Flynn, who has a very convincing, scuffed up, hurt, like maybe sort of injured look. And
That's just normal look for Flynn.
Is-
It helps that Flynn has not slept like fully in days.
His gaze softens a little bit, being like, they're just kids. And he nods and says, sure, you can come inside. And he takes a step back and opens the door fully and reaches forward and unlocks the screen door where you couldn't previously see that there was a lock. And as he starts to open the screen door, that hum, the background, becomes much more aggressive.
Oh no.
As all of the clockworks swarm out of the trees towards the front door, which is going to take us into extended trouble for the first time.
Oh no. Okay.
What did you
What's
do?
extended trouble?
What did y'all just do?
So,
Well, I
Ominous
assumed
one.
that the bots were related to him, so if we befriended him, but it seems like they're
But it sounds like they were tracking him, which makes
Yeah.
sense in
I
light
think
of
I know
what
what's
we've
going
seen.
on.
Me too.
well, I guess we'll find out.
so
I have theories.
So
Cool.
let's see.
maybe you could have a conversation depending on the outcome of this trouble. So
I mean,
Once we're-
I'm still outside his back door.
I mean, you would see and hear everything that's going on. You're just at the back door at this point. So for extended trouble, the threat level for this is normal, which means as a group, you need to roll 10 successes in total.
Okay.
If you aren't able to overcome this trouble, you will, this man, Mr. Miller, will become injured by the Clockworks, and something bad is going to happen to the android woman that you saw.
Yeah, my theories are okay. My theory was pretty correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He's protecting her from the Clockworks.
So,
Yep.
we are going to go around and determine. So you're each going to choose like sort of one scene or action that you're gonna do, and you choose one skill that you're going to roll with it, and we're basically gonna decide your initiative or the order that you're gonna act in.
Okay.
So you can take
Okay.
a minute and like think about what
Are
you want to
Janet
do.
and I involved in this, or is it just the three in the house?
You two are involved in this.
Okay, good thing I have a crowbar.
So
Um,
if anyone
Hey,
has any
Janet,
like
conceptually,
strong
what would your
feelings about
body
going
be
first?
if we were to like make it numerically on a dice roll?
my body?
Sorry, your body at plus force.
8.
I give Janet the crowbar.
Okay.
Don't need it.
Kadoosh.
Okay, I respect the drumsticks. Wood metal.
Counterpoint, signature item, which brings it up to 10.
That's fair. Do you want the? I'll keep the crowbar then, I guess, because I don't have anything else.
So yeah, Janet absolutely seeing a clockwork swarm appearing to descend upon where her brother is located is like, oh hell no, and busts out of the bushes and starts kicking some metal ass.
Okay. So are you
I was going to
Essentially-
suggest we go inside the cabin and
There.
protect from in there.
Well, I
this is
mean,
what
that's
each of you are gonna decide to do. So so
Yeah.
Janet is running. Would you say effectively Janet is going first?
yeah.
it seems like Janet's being pretty impulsive, so we can let her do
Yeah.
what she's doing, and then we'll.
Janet is first,
Beat some
and
robot ass.
you're going to be using force to attack the Clockworks. We'll roll for this later. I'm just like marking down all the
I'm
choices.
getting all my dice ready.
Rest of us,
Eliminate.
I'm assuming that everyone's kind of on the same page of getting the cabin and
I'm pretty
Get the
sure
doors barricaded.
Liz will give the direct order to get inside and shove Davy inside, as well as try and get in between herself, the Clockworks, and Mr. Miller, as it seems that he
Mhm.
is the target here.
well, I was in charge of Davy, so I'll be taking care of that on my turn.
Yeah.
So if you
What-
want to just specifically focus on ordering people around and taking care of
Well,
this guy.
What would
Yeah.
I have to roll if I wanted to use the crowbar to like wedge in front of the door? To like
Blockade.
To,
Yeah.
Kind of
like get inside the cabin and use the crowbar.
no. To keep the cabin locked so the people inside are safer.
Sorry, yes. So you would get inside the cabin, shut the door, and then wedge the crowbar in to keep it shut.
No, I'm staying outside with Janet. I'm not leaving her out there
Oh.
alone. I'm like using the crowbar to wedge it shut to hopefully at least slow them down.
Self-sacrifice play.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, you guys and your stupid sacrifices when you could just be inside the cabin.
No,
where
I
it's
was
probably
gonna be in the
safe.
cabin, but Janet's like, no, I'm not going in the cabin, and I'm not leaving her out there alone.
You're right.
I mean, if you think that's bad, wait till I speak.
That would probably also be a force, since this is like
All right, well, that's what
Is it
I'm gonna
really
go
stressful?
for, even though my force ain't great.
I mean,
Okay.
you do have the crowbar. Does that give any sort of bonus to his roll?
it is a rusty crowbar. No.
Okay.
And Flynn, do you have something specific planned that needs to go in a specific order with what we're talking about? Do you want to go last or somewhere in the middle or something?
Well, I was thinking of, and I mean, this is a very obtuse way, but I wanted to use my tinker. And the only way I can think of using my tinker is to kind of aggressively, semi-aggressively, because I've studied these little bugs and things. I know their weak points.
You also, if you want to tinker something into being not necessarily good for them, you do have Liz's right
True.
near you too.
Could I tinker that into some sort of communication bomb? I don't think that would overload the frequencies, but I thought that was kind of separate from its way that it controlled.
That also sounds like something that would take a while to set up.
There is
my-
flexibility in how these scenes play out. It's not like
Cool.
it's not like D&D where your turn is only 6
Right.
seconds. Like there is flexibility here.
Right. Okay. Hey,
Okay.
So
do your thing.
backing up a little bit, is Liz definitely going to be kind of directing the situation and giving
Yes.
people? Okay. So
Liz will be doing that.
I'm gonna say Janet and Dom are gonna be the first two in the order,
Yes.
and then Liz will be next, kind of directing people where to go. And we're gonna have you roll charm.
Okay.
And then as that's going along, Flynn can start working on tinkering with the clockworks you still have, to see if you can tap into the rest that are attacking. And then what is Parker going to do?
I'm I think I'll go with my gut instinct, which is I'm mainly concerned with, like, I was the last one put in charge of protecting this small child,
Right.
Davy. So I think I would also use charm in this case, to kind of like direct him to a safe position, be like, stay here, and then to calm him down, be like, all right, don't worry, we got this. We got the best people on it. Sort of thing. Get to kind of direct him to a safe place and keep him calm.
Okay.
Liz will also, depending on which of the two with her wants it, toss those two remaining
Lead.
gold dice.
One each would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Unless, or
One each.
both to Dom if he's worried about his role.
Yeah, because Dawn is also following her orders, so, or whoever.
I would also throw out here, maybe Dom should go last, because it sounds like everybody's like trying to run in and then Dom's trying to bar the way.
Yeah. If you guys aren't fully in yet, I can go last.
Well, there's
Yeah, first.
I mean, there's some flexibility here. Like, it's not like you can't do anything until the other scene ends. Like, we can have you be inside the cabin. You just can't contribute to what's happening until later. So, but if you want to switch things up, we can.
Can I throw out kind of how this would play out in my head?
Yeah.
And then anyone can veto if they feel like I'm misrepresenting. But it sounds like Janet and Dom are slowing these things down while everyone else gets into the cabin. And then my assumption would be that Liz would be able to convince Dom and Janet to then follow us inside and then barricade the door behind.
Well, yeah, because my next plan was going to be, once you guys were barricaded inside, was going to be to get Janet
And then
in
go
the
back
back
in.
door and then barricade the back door from inside.
Was there a back door? Did we find a back
Yeah,
door?
there is
Yes.
a back door.
Okay, got it. My bad.
So I was going to
You
barricade
don't
the
know.
front door.
I mean, Parker, Liz, and Flynn don't know there's a back
Yeah.
door, but there is a back door.
Yeah.
I was going to barricade the front door for you guys, get Janet back, and essentially be like, we should be in there with them and Davy. And
Cool.
Yeah.
But then eventually you guys would get inside.
yes,
Cool.
that was
Yeah.
my final stage plan.
I
Cool.
will also note for Flynn, while going in and everything is like what things, if that doesn't help Flynn do what Flynn needs to do, it's Flynn's not going to go inside because Flynn's tools is outside.
Yeah, good point.
So,
Flynn just breaks off in the exact opposite direction, running back to the radio
great. So
flyer.
Dominic has to run after both of you now.
just pointing that out, like Flynn, if Flynn's doing this, Flynn needs Flynn's tools.
I mean, unless we
There's
can assume
also-
that this guy's going to have lots of
Yeah, he might
tinkering
have.
tools.
He probably has tools.
We can't necessarily assume that. Like, we can to some degree, but like, I'm just saying, like, Flynn already knows where Flynn's tools are.
Dominic also does have a multi-tool on him.
Sure.
And you know
was
that.
stated.
I actually do know that.
Yeah.
We could probably say that that would be a good enough tool. So yeah, I'll say Flynn
my
would
guess-
ask for it. But like,
Yeah.
Flynn again is not necessarily going inside when this is
Yeah.
going on, because what Flynn's goal is to send them away,
Yeah.
or at least
Yeah.
stall them in some way.
So it sounds like what we have here is, again, two teams where we've got Parker and Liz moving the civilians inside.
We're not civilians. We're the fucking
yeah.
heroes here.
Oh no, you guys
18,
aren't.
bitches.
I'm talking about the old man and the boy.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like Flynn is going out to do some tinkering stuff to try and do something there. Crow and Dom are going to be out as well, and you guys are going around the other way to the back door with your stuff. That all sounds
Yep.
like what we're doing. All right, cool.
Yep.
So order wise, I'd say probably
Janet's first for sure.
Yes.
Janet's probably first.
How about Janet first, Liz second. Since
Parker probably right there as well.
Yeah.
giving orders, and then Parker, and then Flynn, and then Dom.
Yeah.
Sure.
That makes
Because
sense.
then I can. Well, no. Can I go before Flynn so I can be official? Well, yeah, no, because it's flexible. Because yeah, I need to be around to the front door so I can give them the multi-tool and then bar the door.
Yeah, Dom, you're the door guy, so we want you
You
going
can
last.
get to the front before your turn,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can't bar the door until it's
Okay.
like your scene, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, with that, I would say Flynn going last is also okay in my head, just because knowing how hard I should push this roll.
I like your thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay. Flynn will be last. Dom, you'll go right before.
So,
Janet,
Liz, Parker, Dom, Flynn.
Perfect.
Cool.
Got it.
Starting with Janet. Please, describe how you, like, what you do as you exit this bush and run towards the front of the cabin as this swarm of clockwork descends on the cabin.
If
This is like-
somebody had a camera in this hypothetical situation, I feel like Janet would look like a mad woman, because I feel like she busts out of the bush, like drumsticks at the ready, and just starts swinging. And I don't know if these things make any sound when they're hit, but I
They're
almost
metal,
feel like
yeah.
I almost feel like it ends up being a little musical, because like she just naturally hits on rhythm. So it's just like
Bum, 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 bum.
I love it.
like 1,000 snare hits in a row.
Do you say anything?
Generally screaming. She's scared, but she's like, "You're not hurting my brother, asshole."
I mean, yeah, she could just be
Fair
like,
enough.
"Stay away from Davy" or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Back off, assholes.
Go ahead and roll with force.
And I do get the +2 because the drumsticks.
Yeah.
There. Oh, Mitchell, go. All right. We've got 3 6s.
Hell yeah, we do.
Okay. So in this
Let's
case,
see
there's no like bonus effects. We're just totaling the
Oh.
number of successes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
So that's the first of 10 that we need.
Yes, you
Yep.
need 7 more.
Holy shit.
All right. Good start.
Okay, so we're at 3.
Janet's
Yep.
got this barrage of drumsticks on metal as she comes flying in, maybe tries to like roundhouse kick one, but it misses, but she doesn't let that stop her and just lets out this like loud bellow as she jumps on the next like
Like just stomps on like this mayfly looking thing and just shatters it into a billion pieces.
Yeah. Yes.
Love it.
Okay, right. So Liz, you kind of see this scene of chaos as Janet rounds the corner.
I think Liz sees this, looks around, does like a quick calculation, snags up her backpack, like rips it open pretty much, grabs the clockwork out, tosses it at Flynn, and then says, see if this can disrupt them at all. Looks at Parker and says, get Davy inside, and then looks at Mr. Miller and says, they're after you. This wasn't happening until you open that door. Get inside now. We'll figure everything else out.
Yes, ma'am.
Justice, we're children.
Go ahead and roll with charm.
Well, that's nice. That's another 4 successes.
Hell yeah.
It helps when you're rolling 8
Okay,
dice.
you're up to 7 successes. Need 3 more.
I love that for us.
We've got 3 rolls to do it.
Yeah. So that was Liz. That brings us to Parker. Liz has just like shouted these orders at everybody and tossed a clockwork to Flynn and is trying to get everybody inside.
Perfect. I'm going to guide Davy inside. I'm also going to kind of like figure out a good place to go. Like if it's behind a couch or something nearby that we can kind of like take a bit more cover. And I'll be keeping an eye on the old man, making sure that Liz is good as well. And then like getting Davy in position and just like, it's all right, buddy. We got this. We got the best people out there. And then can I make the case for empathize in this situation as more of like I'm trying to keep fill needs as I see them, emotional needs, I guess, keep people calm and in this situation. Otherwise I can do charm to like direct people to be calm.
Yeah, I think this would still be a charm roll because you're kind of like,
dang it.
Your goal is basically to get people to stay calm, and charm is getting them to do what you want. Empathize is more kind of like reading.
That's more
person.
of a passive thing. Yeah. Yeah.
And like sitting down and talking to them and understanding how they think and how they feel.
Yeah, no worries. I just wanted 3 extra dice. That's all. I mean,
one of the pooled dice.
I'm rolling 5 dice, so
take the pooled dice.
Or do you want both of them?
I kind of want to. I think we should save those till the end, because so far we've been rolling pretty well. So I want to see how close we're going to be by the end, and maybe we'll dump them at the end if we need them.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm just going to roll my raw 5.
Raw 5.
1 success.
Hey, we're at 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yet another fantastic band name, Raw 5.
So yes, Parker, you can
only for a 5-piece band.
You can direct Davy behind a couch that's pretty heavy and secure, and Mr. Miller gets inside and is also kind of like trying to bring Liz along with him, since there's such like an apparent danger out there, and he's the adult. Like all of these kids trying to protect me, they're like, you're children.
Also, him and Elizabeth have a very close bond now.
Yes,
He's also like, were these kids lying to me? Like, what's going on?
Well, no, he believes you. Like
he's continuing to believe me.
Yeah, he thinks
he's like, oh man, these nice kids who came are helping now. It's so great.
They're caught up in the crossfire, and it's all my fault.
John,
we came here with the intent to be in the crossfire, bro.
So that brings us to Dom.
Okay, so Dom is at the back, sees Janet, but prioritizes the civilians because, like, we can see what's going on through the screens, right? Like through the windows.
You can hear Liz like shouting directions at people.
I run around to the front door. Toss the multi-tool to Flynn, just kind of assuming that they'll need it.
Yeah, no, I actually kind of imagine like Flynn look like catches eyes with you and just whispers and holds up their hand.
Yeah, Dom just whips it. So he basically takes the crowbar and so the crowbar is obviously curved, takes the curved part, tries to jam that into the wood of the cabin so that it's kind of bent and bracing the door so it can't open.
Okay.
Now, can I use my pride to get an auto success on this?
What is your pride?
My pride is my mother's love for me, and I do not want my friends to die like my mom did.
Oh.
It's flimsy, but there's a case.
Sure.
Okay, yeah,
Why not?
using the pride. Auto success.
It's now or never.
Then Flynn only needs one.
But you can still roll.
Yeah,
And potentially get more
Might be able to
successes.
do it.
Okay, so I'll roll.
Yeah.
If I don't get a good roll,
This is gonna be
We have
so
one
fun.
guaranteed success. That's not going away, but you can still get more successes.
Yeah.
I don't have a guarantee.
Or you can
I'm
save
gonna
your
be
pride.
rolling a shit ton of dice, but I don't have
I
guarantees.
I will use the pride officially if I rolled poorly.
Okay.
I still don't want anyone to die like my mom. Sorry, and so we need 2 more?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, because I rolled 1 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you
All right,
want
so
to
save your
use
Do you
pride.
want to use your pride or no?
Can you just use your pride to
How
add another
confident are you that
success? or-
Flynn can get 1 more success?
I mean, I'm rolling 10 dice.
All right, I feel pretty good about that. I'll save the pride.
Okay. You know what? Never mind. Nope. You're out. Never mind. Okay.
What?
Nope. I'm not gonna say it. I'll say it after the session. We're
Okay.
going with this.
Okay.
Okay, so you can jam the crowbar into. I mean, it's an old cabin. The wood's it's got enough splinters that you can get a good grip with this rusted crowbar and snag the other end between the door jam, so it can't be opened from the outside.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
you can. I'm assuming turn around and help Janet with these.
I'm
clockworks.
running back towards Janet, and I already know what I'm doing when I get there, but we'll deal with that when we
Um,
get to that.
So that brings us to Flynn with
Mm-hmm.
this clockwork and this multi-tool in hand.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Because the
roll-
clockwork itself is a +2. That's why I said I had 10, because my skill and everything was 8 +2 from the booster, signal booster.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have led with that.
Just like-
Do you want +2 more?
Yeah, I would say give Flynn the lead dice because we really need this.
Yeah, it's like deciding if we're gonna need it now
It's your
or need it later.
guys' calls. I
Do it.
mean,
we give him
let's-
1.
do
Let's
it.
nuke the success if we can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can always roll lead again.
Yeah,
So
we
that-
can do
And
that
account
later.
Not-
for that.
not in
It?
a. Well, for future, yes. I was gonna say not for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
extended trouble.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But we
But-
could always get lead dice back later. We don't need to hold on to them forever.
Charlie, rules question.
Okay.
With extended trouble, is this that these rules are all a part of it? We're not going to be rolling again for another round of trouble or something right now.
Correct.
We're resolving
so
this whole
you
thing
have,
with these
there's
dice.
only there's one set of extended trouble that's active at a time,
Mhm.
and the
Mhm.
number of successes you need count towards that one trouble. I can't introduce additional trouble on top of the extended trouble. It's
Got it.
basically
I was
like
just making
an
sure
en-
that this isn't like rounds of
no,
a bunch of
it's an
times.
enclosed encounter.
Cool.
Gotcha.
All right. Hey, up to you. I'll leave it to Liz if you want to burn them now or save them just in case.
How confident are you feeling with Flynn's roll?
I mean,
Wanna
how
go-
I'm not going to say no to more dice, just because the better we succeed, the better we are off.
I'll toss 1 in and then say 1 for something if there's an immediate consequence afterwards.
Yeah, just in case. I'm like just in case. We don't know.
Just hear that, hear all those dice.
11 dice. Let's do it.
Come on, seconds. So I got 1 success out of all those dice.
Oh my
but-
gosh.
That's what we needed.
But I'm going to go ahead and use up one of my luck
Oh,
because I can do that.
okay.
Get more successes?
Potentially.
Yeah,
I don't know what extra
the better we
successes
are,
would do in
the
this situation.
better it
but-
is.
You could do this, but like there's no added benefit once you hit the number of successes
10.
needed for the trouble level.
Right.
Yeah,
thought I
save
could
your
s-
luck.
I
Yeah.
mean, I thought I had read that you can get ability or the bonus. You can spend over successes like normal.
I don't think for extended trouble. Let me pull it up real quick.
Successes go towards reaching the threat level and can be used for bonus effects, is what is stated on part number 4 of the reference sheet.
Half or more of the threat level, the kids can check.
I mean, if that's not the case, then I
Okay.
mean,
No,
it
you're no, you're right. So that was I just didn't have it on the. Oh wait, no, yes I do. It's right in front of my face. Oh. Okay, so if
Hey.
what is this? You're doing Tinker?
Yes. Which I was making a device to either stun or get them to go away. Is how I was imagining this to go out.
Clockwork be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Clockwork repellent.
What's like the opposite of armor all?
So I guess this would be like Tinker, like the manipulate section of Tinker,
Yeah.
where you're jury rigging this clockwork to drive the
Yeah.
rest of the way.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's what I was expecting.
Okay.
Was the manipulate version of Tinker.
Okay.
And I got 3 more successes. So that is 4 altogether. We only needed
Oh my
1,
God.
so that is 3 extra.
That is 13 successes out of the 10 needed.
Crushed it.
Mhm.
We did it, guys.
We saved the city.
And
Yeah.
ourselves.
I mean, we're trapped in a house, but whatever.
Yeah, we
No.
So I'm kind of imagining something that would, because I guess my brain is like, there's no way that they would actually cause them to like go unless they really are getting signals to go somewhere and like, but I'm going to shut up about that and I'm just going to be like, okay, so the goal was to get them to stop. And so three extra successes are to make sure that they are no longer going to be a problem while this device is active, sort of deal.
Talk about one heck of a way to impress the engineer we just saved.
He adopts you.
So I guess that would fall. We could make that fall under show off. You show off
Oh, okay, yeah.
with that.
Yeah, I was looking at well, I know that there's like, we can say that the effect is better than expected. But we can also say one of the things is kind of being a show off because like, yeah.
So that's for if you're building something.
Mm.
Those are the bonus effects if you're building something. For manipulating with Tinker, you give a success to another kid.
Oh, I was misreading okay, yes, you are correct. I'm sorry. I was actually accident because I seen the manipulate part, but then my eyes went to the right onto program Tinker or tech, and I was reading the bonus effect from that. Okay. Yeah, so show off. And I mean, don't need a roll to overcome the exact same trouble in the future, I guess.
Okay.
I technically have one more, but I don't know. Well, you do it quite quickly, probably is the last one to say that we do it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay
that
with
makes
that.
sense.
Cult of Rocket Raccoon. You got thrown a tool and a random bit of junk, and you're just like, here, like an immediate countermeasure to the problem. Bam.
Okay.
What?
So
What you didn't know is that Flynn actually had this in their head as a possibility and had actually been planning how to do it the entire time
All according
while
to
doing
Dick
the
Hockey.
the mental chess.
Yes.
so you, I guess, like turn the last screw into place, or flip like the connect the last couple of wires, and like physically there's no change, but kind of on a more meta level for our audience, it's like this immediate like outpouring of energy that extends throughout this clearing and washes over the rest of the clockworks, and all of them like freeze in place for a second before they start scuttling off back into the trees and into the distance.
My favorite thing is this is a freaking ugly hyena clockwork. It's
Oh
like
my God.
They're
snarling
scared
and
of the
everything.
clockwork.
It's just
Hold
laughing.
on. So I will kind of want to add a little bit of extra flair because I'm kind of imagining Flynn would definitely not have all the parts that they would need to do this, and so had taken parts of like things that Janet had like crushed and just randomly picked up, so it no longer looks completely hyena, but some sort of abomination.
I was about to
Even
say, did you
better.
just make like a chimera out of this hyena?
Yep.
A clockwork
Yes.
chimera.
I
Yep.
love it.
This
Perfect.
is like, it got even better. I love it so much.
I actually kind of adding on to that. I'm imagining the mouth is moving as though it's laughing, but there's no perceptible sound that's coming out.
Yeah.
None perceptible
Yes.
on
The human
hearing.
level.
Right.
Like the clockworks can pick it up, but it just looks like this chimera silently laughing. That's creepy. I love it.
I love it.
I
So
love
great.
that so much.
Is Liz
So-
leaving this on the center of the dining table when she gets home? Yes.
So are we out
The new
of
centerpiece.
extended trouble now?
You are. You met the threat level. So you have driven off the clockworks. And the android woman is safe now.
Okay, Dom is gonna go grab Janet and start like pleading with her to come to the house now.
Yeah.
And it's still like attacking demon.
Thieving is like just holding a drumstick in each
Yeah.
hand.
Just like
I actually kind of imagine Janet
Dominic is just
leaning
like,
over one.
our
that,
friends
like,
need you, and Davey needs you. Just come with me.
it's like one more smack against one that was like twitching on the ground.
One that is
It was
like
trying
a
to
little
crawl
too,
away.
Yeah, I was gonna say one where like 3 of the legs are broken and it's just like trying desperately
Yeah.
clawing its way across the ground.
Dominic just keeps repeating like, Davey needs you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm coming.
Okay, and then we go in the back door.
Fuck, that was cool.
Or Mr. Miller. Just 2 new kids have showed up.
I'm gonna look at Mr. Miller and be like, "Hey, what was that all about?"
Don't get too many answers until we get there.
Well, I think he waves his hand. Is like, give me one moment, and he heads towards one of the back bedrooms and like sticks his head in. And you hear him say, "Maisie, are you all right?" She responds back, I'm fine." And he lets out a sigh of relief and kind of opens the door and will like hold a hand inside and see like a delicate hand rest in his as he pulls her out of the room towards the living room where the rest of you are, as the back door bursts open and Janet and Dom
show up.
Yeah, Mr. Miller pushes this woman behind his back and like turns to
Dom
face
just
you.
kind of gently pushes Janet's arms down so the drumsticks aren't like acting like a threat. Hi.
Don't worry, they're with us.
I barricaded
Okay.
your front door.
Thank you, I suppose.
You're welcome.
Going to be honest,
don't know
I
what to
don't
do.
really know what to do in this situation.
It's okay.
You
Listen,
can tell us everything.
you could, we already. I'm speaking out of character for 2 seconds. I'm thinking of just telling him
Feeling.
everything.
Just feel
Like-
it.
Other than
I
me
think-
and Janet, though, does anyone know that she's a robot?
I
It's
mean,
actually fair.
oh yeah, is she?
Is she reacting to the weird other thing that we just created, by the way?
Does she?
That's actually fair.
She is looking uncomfortable, but is not
Fair.
like running away.
And she looks fully human, right? Or okay, so she's just a lady.
I mean,
Got it.
to be fair, it does probably look fairly disturbing at this point as well. So
Oh, you're a robot, yeah.
I think Liz looks at her and says, "It's okay." I think whatever Flynn did is keeping every other one of these things away right now.
But not her.
She's because she's a
Oh.
clockwork too. Because you guys didn't know that yet. I have to-
Let's put a pin in that.
Love how Dom just drops the bomb. Like,
He
yes.
just, like,
Yeah.
people need to know.
too.
Curious minds want to know.
I think we should all sit down.
Right before you say that, Flynn will actually hand you
Pushes Janet's arms
Liz
down again.
the chimera, and promptly goes sits down on the couch, patient.
I think Liz is just resigned. It's on her shoulder at this point. She's like, yeah, fine, whatever. It's kind of a barrier.
Did Flynn come in the
It's-
back door once they were done?
Mm-hmm. No, I would have to actually.
Because the front were still barricaded.
Yep.
Unless you remove the crowbar.
Dominic very calmly asks Mr. Miller if he has tea.
He nods and says, "So I think that'd be a good idea."
Dominic goes to the kitchen and starts starts boiling water.
Okay, that's also an option.
He finds himself very comfortable with other people's kitchens lately.
Needless to say, we do know a bit more than we let on. We've noticed the odd behaviors of the small clockworks that were given to all of the students and kids within the town. And as curious individuals, we wanted to figure out what was going on in our town, and we were investigating them in the woods when our incident happened, and further incidents happened, as you can see.
And then Dominic comes out, gives Mr. Miller a cup of tea, says, "You have a lovely home in the city."
He just is holding it. And is
Dominic then looks at the
done.
android woman and says, like, do you drink anything?
I don't really need anything.
Okay. He goes back into the kitchen to start getting everyone else's tea ready.
Mr. Miller is just like turning back and forth with his tea in his hands. Like, what do I do?
And if we're being, so Flynn is just. Well, I guess if we're going to be super friendly, Flynn will just grab the blueprints out from the backpack and just.
Dominic's
Yeah.
not trying to be tactful. He's just like, let's just get this all out, guys.
God.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, I'll say this in front of him and in front of the group. It's like, clearly we were all just attacked together by the same thing. So I'd say we're all on the same side here, right, sir? I point at the guy. We're just all looking for answers, and we can help each other. Are you in trouble? We can help you.
He glances over his shoulder at Maisie. Says, "It's not necessarily myself who's in trouble, but Maisie."
Why?
That's a
She's just a
lovely
normal
name.
human woman.
He takes a deep breath. Actually, she's an advanced android.
I told
She's
you.
the blueprints.
Oh, that makes sense.
They like cue Janet coming in with a drumstick, just like
Dominic now comes back out with like a proper pot of tea and like multiple mugs that he found, and just starts pouring everyone tea so they can all just sit together.
So, who are the other clockworks that were, I'm assuming, coming to invade your home and potentially find Maisie controlled by?
They're other scientists privy to development and research of the clockworks and
Santa.
android. What?
Just let Janet.
Let
do Janet.
Janet.
Listen,
figure
what
out
we've
Janet
all
things.
learned is that Janet will just say things, and you just gotta power through. Keep talking. You're good.
All right. There's another researcher who was privy to development that I was working on and very interested in it. Was familiar with the clockwork designs, but before he could get his hands on the schematics for the android design, I took Maisie and the blue with me. Went back to my house, but considering he was getting aggressive, we thought it would be best to go hide out some more discreet.
So, it seems like hiding is a temporary solution to this individual's aggression. Is there a more permanent way to protect yourself and Maisie?
Have to do something about scientist that we had enough evidence of spying and wrongdoing. We could get arrested or at least under police investigation, but
Is there a place where the clockworks like store the audio files?
when we were developing them, it likely would have been on the hardware in the lab, but considering he's manipulating them, I wouldn't be surprised if he has another secondary location where all of this is taking place.
What's his name? The other scientist.
That's an excellent question.
I feel that.
See, I
doing
just
as much as you can in the conversation to not say the name
Yes.
someone asks directly.
Just the scientist.
This other scientist that I work
Well,
with, he
see,
doesn't have a name.
in my notes, I just called him the Clockmaker.
That's
Oh,
a
gotcha.
fucking sick name. Let's just go with that.
I'm going with the clockmaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to give him another name, that's
I
up to you.
can think of another name
If,
later.
if the other name is important, we can circle back to it.
It would probably be important in the larger context of things, but
We'll worry
Is
about
it Danny's father
no.
from Sunshine?
We're just like, was that detail relevant or was that
Nope.
just flavor?
That was just flavor.
Okay.
Nah, Danny's
They
dad.
had to ask.
No.
I knew that's where it was going as soon as the name was like, what's his name? It all comes
Yeah,
back
this
to
guy
Danny.
is this other scientist is just the Clockmaker.
I like it.
So, Mr. Miller, why does the clockmaker want to spill people's secrets?
What's he got against kids?
Yeah, I mean, cheating on tests, cheating on your girlfriend, they're bad, but why does he care?
I don't think it was so much spilling small time secrets that he really cared about. I think it
The thrill of
possibly
having the power.
was just meant to stir up trouble or
Distrust.
act as misdirection.
From what?
Search for us.
Mm-mm.
Obviously, too well, but
Yeah.
No, it was
I
much
think
more
most
suspicious.
people wouldn't suspect that their little clockwork pets had those kinds of capabilities. Easier to
mean-
blame a person, right?
Mm. I guess. I'm just. You get something random, you're gonna kind of look into it. At least I do. I get a new piece of tech, I'm gonna rip it apart.
It also was a little suspicious that it all happened as soon as we got these. He didn't really have a waiting period.
Well, you had above the table. It was a couple weeks before stuff started happening when the clockworks were passed out.
Uh-huh.
So there was like, it wasn't like they were sitting and wait for a year, but there was a little bit of buffer time.
Yeah. It's still like the newest kind of odd thing that's like, huh.
If
That's
the
strange.
I'm gonna ask him. So if the clockmaker were to have a base of operations, where might that be?
First place that I would check would be his house, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's one step ahead in his commission else
Would,
to hide his
if
equipment.
we had secured a, let's say, 4 unaltered, for the most part, clockworks, could you theoretically triangulate their signal back to the base that was sending it?
That'd be doable.
Potentially, if they're still actively sending a signal.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised after all of this business that he shuts down all of the active clockworks.
Like just a question: is my clockwork wolf is still in my pocket? Has it been reacting to Flynn's device, or is it okay?
Yeah, probably. But you had yours like wrapped up, right?
No, it just was in my pocket.
Okay. It's probably moving around in there.
Probably not happy, but
Ow! Ow!
Just like pawing against your pocket, trying to get out.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm stuck in your pocket.
Yeah.
But
Is that a wolf in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Sorry, I had to get it out. Go ahead, Charlie. I'm done.
Get what out?
The wolf.
cabin collapses. Everybody goes to the boarding school in the sky.
That's fair. That is totally understandable. I'll see you later.
You all. Everyone disappears instantly. Maisie is captured. The end.
That's at the end
I'll
of the
be here
Clockwork
all
Chronicles.
Ending.
But I think as you all ponder everything that's happened and drink your tea, that is an okay place to end things tonight since we
Yeah.
are running out of time.
We'll ponder.
That's definitely not how I expected that to go.
And we can
Yeah.
see what the aftermath of your first sort of mystery is. Our next
The
session.
clockmaker.
Maybe
Yeah.
wrap up a few extra questions with Mr. Miller if you have them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll all get some nice like slice of life scenes
I like slice of life.
Oh, we don't get to go hunt down the clockmaker?
in an episode. No fucking way.
Oh, I want to do it though.
I
mean-
see where we missed the plot.
That's why I was like,
No,
you'll
no.
either get that far or it has the potential for being a sequel.
Right.
I
This is a perfect potential for sequel. I'm delicious. That is delicious.
I'm delicious.
Were you
Just
about to say
say I am
season 1,
delicious.
right?
Guys.
Sorry, you said it. We just had to jump on it.
Guys, we're all delicious.
Yeah,
Mm,
every single one of
delightful.
us.
I'm not
Ranking the
delicious.
cast in order of most to least delicious.
Yes.
Cooking RPG win? No.
I mean, RPG is random polycule generator, so
there you
how
go.
can I possibly rank everyone?
That's delicious, obviously.
Counterpoint, random potluck generator.
Ooh, that is delicious.
Okay.
I'll bring pie.
Just saying. Just saying. Y'all come
So-
over for Friendsgiving. Like,
I think.
Not
Actually, I
coming
think
that far.
I can put on some
I'm so far north, man.
more beat music,
I understand.
and
I don't want to go. Well, I mean,
The outro music has begun.
It has, so we can go around and have everyone remind us who you are, who you've been, where we can find you on the internet, and no, I guess I'll mix things up from what we did at the start, and we can start with the deliciousness and go with Kyle.
The deliciousness
oh no,
himself.
The delicious
not
Kyle.
me. I am not delicious. It is not pie.
Oh god, he's transforming into a character popsicle.
No.
I'm melting. No, yeah. I'm Technomancer Kyle, and I played Flynn, who saved the day. Even though really didn't need to do much, but like I did it awesome, like epically. That's what
Yes.
matters.
We've got a
That's-
super Clockwork Chimera now because of you. That's rad.
Exactly.
I mean, I will
Are we
say,
the Chimera crew? Oh my gosh, let's go with the Chimera crew.
I like
will
it.
say that unless the Clockwork Chimera is made into an iconic item, after this mystery wraps up, it won't be like useful.
I was gonna say
anymore.
that's a little too powerful for us to hang on to.
I was about
I think
to
we
say,
should just keep it in the hideout, like kind of mostly
I was
gutted.
gonna say Liz was probably gonna give it to Mr. Miller and
There you go.
her to keep it, and Maisie to keep,
And his
anything
robot
that-
bride.
yeah, just to keep it potential reoccurrences of the trouble off them.
I mean, yeah, that's a good way of tying in the mechanics and the story. I like
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
Also, yeah.
As
I'm
much
pretty
as she
much
wants to
fine.
freak out her parents with it. Probably.
She can borrow Dom's wolf.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just let it scrabble around the house.
I mean, Flynn could make a fake version of it, right? Like,
That is fair.
There's still like a whole pile of wrecked Clockworks in the yard.
Add some heads
Yeah.
to Dom's wolf, make a Cerberus.
Oh my god.
Yes.
make a little micro army of.
Just to terrorize people, it's fine.
Flynn got ahead of the RC boom a few years.
Anyway, we can, with that
Tangent.
Clockwork Chimera, Tess, why don't you go next?
I'm Tess. Mainly, you can find me on the Discord. That's really where the only place I'm active as of this moment for social media stuff. So, and I'm just under Tess on the Discord. I may be quiet, but you can always, like, I'm there.
Sometimes
lurking.
you're not.
Yes, sometimes I'm not. Depends on where my chaos levels are at during the day.
When the stars align and the children are sufficiently germ-filled, Tess appears.
True.
Someone else who you can really only find in the Discord, girl.
That is correct. I have once again been Mr. Crow, alternatively just Crow. I basically exist only on Discord. So come, visit, ask me about superhero facts. I know way too friggin' much about superhero comics.
Someone else who is also very obsessed with comics, Colin.
I gotta have Crow on the podcast sometime. Hi, my name is Colin. I spend my days trying not to eat my dice collection because it just looks so darn tasty. You can find me on Instagram and in the Discord and on YouTube under Colin Valentine.
Excellent. And someone else who also has a podcast.
Hi. Hello. Hello, I'm Darren. I have a podcast. Go check it out. It's a D&D actual play podcast that I run, that I DM with 3 chaotic gremlins. And it's a fun time over there. It's called Half Casters. You can just search for that in literally every podcast platform you'd like. We also recently got on YouTube as well. So if you prefer to listen to your stuff through YouTube or YouTube Music, that is now available. What did we do recently? Anything fun? We were on a bit of a hiatus with Thanksgiving, but we're about to record the next one, and I'm very excited.
Nice.
If you enjoy our brand of chaos, you will also probably enjoy Halfcasters.
Yeah, exactly.
Very funny.
Somehow it's less players, but even just as chaotic, if not more.
It's not about the number of
concentration.
people. It's about the level of chaos.
Exactly. They have to compensate.
Yeah.
Because it's only 3 of them.
It's to be extra chaotic.
Yep.
Alrighty. And I have been Charlie, your nightmare clockwork, the devil of your dreams, your Maimgaster.
Nice.
What was that last one?
Maimgaster. Instead of Game Master, it's Maimgaster.
Oh,
Are you not really the clockmaker in the end?
I am.
The
I am the
clockmaker
clock.
is not-
Charlie the whole time.
It was me the whole time.
It was your
Real
self-insert
clocks were the
character.
friends we made along the way.
It was the clockworks we destroyed along the way. But thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this evening. We'll be back on Sunday with more masks. Jukebox Justice. Wow. Brain. And then next week, Thursday, will be our last episode of Clockwork Chronicles.
No, say it ain't so.
last episode for the foreseeable future.
At least
I feel
for
like
now.
if
Yeah.
we're leaving this big of an open end to it, we've got to have a part 2.
I just
sometime.
need a nap.
That's fair.
Go to
That
sleep.
is fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm
I
also
think we
gonna
could
be
all use a nap.
I'm also gonna be extremely sleep deprived next week for the finale, so it should be a good time. And depending on how long our little scenes and wrap up takes, we might have some time for Q&A if we want to fill the time. So if you have
Yeah.
Nice.
burning questions about what we've established so far in characters and stuff,
And
Yeah,
if not, we
right.
can just vamp for like an hour.
yeah,
That's true.
you could just
I
sit
can
and talk and
announce
chat.
everyone's playlists.
Yeah, there we go. Read off the
They-
playlist, but we can't play any of the music.
No, we have to listen to it all like fully. It's just
But it's
6
only us
hours
that
of
make it to the
copyrighted
headphones.
music.
We listen to
Janet
it
has to
fully,
sing
but
it.
none of it gets put on stream. So
Yeah,
it's just-
we're all just like, oh, this
sitting
is
here
great.
in
It's just,
silence.
we're sitting there in
Sitting in
silence,
silence.
nodding along to the music that Crow's put together for us.
Yes.
Silent disco style.
Oh,
Yes.
That's the
I love
worst.
Okay. So I hope everyone in the meantime has a great week. We are going to click this button. We're going to raid out to Game Master Monday, who are wonderful friends of the show. Last week they had their Wander Home for the holiday stuff in their Discord, and Jenna and I joined for some of the stuff, and it was a very fun time. It's very chill, very fun. So check them out, join their Discord, come have fun. But until we see you next time, I think I already said that, but have a good week. And for now, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.